Philadelphia. I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show.
Live from the Xfinity studio. Well, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to baseball heaven. Yes, Philadelphia, Scott Rowland, is baseball heaven. The centerpiece, the universe, center of the universe when it comes to baseball, our pastime. That's right. This is awesome. All-Star weekend is here, and we went through it, and now today's the home run derby. Schwarbs, Harper, love it. This is going to be a lot of fun in the game tomorrow night. Everybody in town, this is the greatest. The greatest, love it. Everybody is here except Zach Wheeler. That's right. Zach Wheeler declined an invitation to come to the All-Star game. And I respect it. I'm with you, Zach. I'm with you. He said it. They disrespected me. And they did. And he shoved it up their gigi. The last two starts, untouchable. That Tigers lineup is nasty. The Phillies know about that on Friday, as the Tigers basically 10-run ruled them on Friday night. That lineup is something. And Wheeler, 10 strikeouts through 6 innings. I'm sure he was there in the dugout telling Donnie Baseball, yo, dude, let me go out one more inning and go grab another 3 strikeouts. That's what Zach showed you how great he is. He showed you. And he was wrongly snubbed. It was a disgrace, actually, that he would be snubbed. In fact, and I love Sanchez to death, but in fact, Wheeler should have been the starter. Should have been the starter in Philadelphia. Coming back from that blood clot, losing the rib, Wheeler should have got the start and all the accolades from this All-Star game. He should have. This was a complete oversight by the players. It was a disgrace. The fact that they would choose Logan Webb is the height of disrespect for Zach Wheeler and what Zach Wheeler has done as one of the greatest pitchers of his generation. So I'm Team Zach all the way. And I'll be honest with you, I hear it, VG brought up to me before the show. He's like, well, Shane Victorino said he would have went. Well, you know what, Shane? I'm with Zach. Pride, Shane, pride. You get completely disrespected, and then you get an oh, by the way, invite. Now, keep your invite, all right? I'm out. With you, Zach. In fact, I would like to boycott the game, but I can't. I'm excited it's here, where everybody in baseball's here. In fact, tomorrow, we will talk to Alex Rodriguez. A-Rod's going to join the show tomorrow. And today, about 11:15, 11:30, we will visit with the parents of Kevin McGonigle, the local stud. In fact, he hit a bomb off of NOLA Friday night. Young Kevin, Delaware County, 21 years old, rookie, makes the All-Star team. Batting leadoff for the Tigers, playing short and third, doing it up, breaking all season. Love that kid. It's a great Philadelphia story, and we're going to talk to the parents of Kevin Sr. and Tracy are going to come in studio. So that'll be fun, kind of talk about it. And we got to talk about the Jeremy Fowler list. Jeremy Fowler does an exercise every July where he talks to all the movers and shakers, right? GMs, coaches, and scouts, and does a ranking. Each position. Well, the quarterback position is out. And here's what you got. Are you ready? And all chat, you're going to hate this. I can't believe this is very low, but here's where we go. Josh Allen, number 1. Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. I got no problem with that 5. Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, Drake May at 8. Jared Goff at 9. Caleb Williams at 10. Man, all lofty praise for the Drake and for Goff right there at 8 and 9. Sam Darnold at 11. Jaden Daniels at 12. Jordan Love, 13. Now, this is where it gets crazy. Absolutely crazy. Brock Purdy at 14. Baker Mayfield, 15. Trevor Lawrence, 16. What? Jalen Hurts, 17. Jalen Hurts, 17th on this quarterback ranking list. Now, listen. Yeah, he did not have a good year. I will concede. But come on, man. Lawrence and Baker and Purdy and Love. I know Darnold won the Super Bowl, but come on, man. Goff? The Drake? I think actually, I love this list. You know why? Because there's one guy who saw the list and went, oh, yeah? All right. I'm going to stick it so far up Jeremy Fowler's gigi this season. All right, all you GMs and scouts, you want to rank me 17? Talk to me in January. So my hope is that this list that has him 17th in the NFL will light the fire and that Jalen will flourish in the Mannion offense. Good morning, VG.
What a bum. These executive scouts, do they even watch the league? Do they watch football? These guys a bunch of fantasy players? Come on.
17,
5 to 10, 6 to 10 are guys who haven't sniffed a Super Bowl. I mean, all right, Drake May got in a game.
I mean, if you want to talk about like certain players.
Dak Prescott, number 6?
Come
on.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm just
Some
stunned.
executive had Dak Prescott ranked 3rd. That was the highest ranking someone gave him. 3rd. That guy should be fired. Whatever ball club he's working at, if you think Dak Prescott's the 3rd best quarterback in the NFL right now, you're delusional.
Yeah.
3rd?
I mean, I don't have him 3rd. But
Jared
I mean,
Goff,
listen.
NFL coordinator said the guy wins. Does he?
Dude, what does he win?
What did he win?
And by the way, the guy wins should have been the quote for Hurts.
Right.
The guy wins.
Gotta be kidding me.
Like, I'm not going to quibble over Prescott because I don't think Prescott is their problem. Their defense is their problem. I think Prescott's good. I got no problem with that. But, like, Drake May just got into the league. What, are you kidding me? And how did he fare against that Seattle defense in the Super Bowl?
They say he appeared on more than 60% of the respondents' ballots, and most of them had him at 5th place.
I mean, that's wow. I don't get Goff and these other guys.
Jaden Daniels, we saw play 1 year, basically.
I know. He got hurt last year.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love Baker Mayfield the way he plays.
Yeah, but he's not better than Jalen Hurts.
No.
He's not.
No.
But Brock Purdy, dude, that's an insult.
Here, Brock Purdy, an NFL exec, he's got 2 superpowers. Layering the ball and short area quickness to stay alive. He's elite in those 2 areas.
You know who played very well?
You know who's got superpowers? Jalen Hurts.
You know who played very well and layered the ball in and did everything else? You know who did that? Mac Jones.
Yes, you're right.
Mac Jones played really well when Purdy was out. So is it Brock Purdy or is it Shanahan's offense the quarterback-friendly offense.
Right.
Unlike the quarterback-unfriendly Petullo offense. Right? I mean, listen.
There's someone, one of these execs or scouts had Mahomes 9th.
What?
I mean, I'd actually have him over Josh Allen. I know he's coming off an injury, but he's won. Allen still hasn't won a big game.
That's insane.
9th.
I mean, you can't put Patrick Mahomes like, what are you, nuts? Like, that's what, like, these are executives.
I'm going to tell you, number one, I'd probably have Stafford right now. Then Allen. Then Mahomes, then Allen.
I mean, listen.
Stafford's a little disrespected.
I mean, Allen has nobody to throw to. Nobody. He's got.
And people have been making excuses for him forever.
We say what you want, but no, he's got nobody. I mean, it's true. The truth, but that's true.
Stephon Diggs.
He had
good.
He had a mopey receiver. That's the only thing he's ever had. I got no issue with Allen 1, Patrick's 2. I'm a Stafford guy, and Burrow. I mean, and Lamar. Like those 5, I have no issues with those 5. Those 5, you know, I would probably put Mahomes 1 because I love Mahomes, and you know, I could see Stafford 2, whatever. But
last year,
other than that,
Prescott was unranked in this ranking last year. Unranked. So now suddenly, did he improve that much last year? He's 6th now? He wasn't even on the list last year.
The rankings are always based off the year before.
Yeah, well, I mean.
Yeah, that's where it is. I mean, listen, I think 6 is high for Prescott, but he's he's legit. Like, he gets the ball out quick. I got no issues with Prescott, and I got no issues with Herbert. I know everybody hates Herbert. I got no issues with Caleb. I don't see. I mean, he had a good year.
You hate the Drake.
I do not like the Drake.
No,
I don't.
You're out on the Drake.
I don't. Like, if I see Drake May, like AJ Brown, I keep going, dude. You're going to be in. You're going to wake up and go, what did I do? Like, I believe he's going to wake up and go, like, he acts like he's going to Stafford. Like, listen, if you went, hey, I got Matt Stafford throwing me the ball, hey, no problem. Right? Like, I get it. Like, you're going to get a lot of yards. You got Shanahan, you got Stafford. I mean, you got McVay, you got Stafford. I get that. But Drake May?
I mean,
he's that much better than Jalen Hurts?
The argument you make for Josh Allen, I mean, who was Drake May throwing to? They don't really have any real receivers up there. Butte? I mean, it's a Super Bowl with average receivers.
But he didn't put up. I mean, they had a soft schedule.
Sure,
you saw
that was
the
a
whole
big
thing.
part of the schedule.
You saw the whole thing.
Yeah, but he still got
like if you have an eye, you go. You can't compare Drake May and Josh Allen. I mean, Josh Allen. What do you mean? Like you go like that? I don't even. So why are you picking that to fight with me today?
I'm not. I'm
You're
just
picking Josh Allen. Like, I don't understand why.
Josh Allen.
Like, why are you going to die on Josh Allen Hill? I don't understand that.
Dying on the hill. I'm just saying he's overrated.
I mean, whatever. I mean, he's top 5 quarterback.
Poo-pooing all over to Drake.
Okay, you can have Drake. I'll take Josh. You got it. We'll see who wins. Oh my God! Already you start.
Oh, this is not your day.
We're 15
Today
minutes.
is Gruntled Workers Day. Are you a gruntled worker?
Well, gruntled means happy.
I know.
So I am a happy
Who
day.
uses that word?
No, because it even sounds negative.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Gruntled. Gruntled does not sound like a happy worker.
Man, I'm so gruntled to be here.
No.
I didn't know it was a word. I learned it this morning.
Well, it has to be because if gruntled's disgruntled, so it stands to reason. But I am gruntled. I am a happy worker today.
All right, let me work on that.
Well, when you sit down, I become disgruntled. That's usually what happens. All-Star game. Zach yesterday.
Yeah.
I love Zach.
Bleep you. You know, girl asked you to prom after she asked 7 people. Get out of here.
Right.
Get out of here.
Right.
You had your first
I thought you were going to, I was about to leap from the chair and choke you out. Because I thought
Will that
sure.
get us ratings? Will that go viral? You can do it.
I thought for sure
Bleep Zach Wheeler.
that you were going to tweak me by saying, well, it's an honor.
Nah, that's what Victorino said because he was lucky to get there twice.
Lucky is the word.
Right.
Like, stop, Shane.
Nah, come on. They even had their second chance when they did the first round of replacements and didn't go with Wheeler.
Exactly.
So, get out of here. And you know what? Bleep you players. He's gonna mow through them now. You know,
we always talk about the revenge tour.
Yeah, he just needed to be like, hey, as they walk into the box, did you vote? Strike out.
Yeah.
Did you vote? Strike out.
You know why I freaking hate pitch counts? I freaking hate them. Yesterday, he would have struck out 15 guys.
Yeah.
He would have struck out 15 guys. He was he made Scooble look like Nola, right?
Nola taking shrapnel after a really nice Friday. He's had 2 nice outings. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know. He went 5 great innings, stellar innings.
Yes, he did.
5 stellar, baby.
Yeah,
Kevin McGonigle took him to the.
Sure, he's an all-star. You got to go home runs. All-star, hit home runs.
He hit it to Canada.
Yeah.
But, it's all right. The idea that Wheeler, I love Wheeler. I love his attitude. He is such a competitor.
Yeah.
I
love they got the shirts for all made up. They're wearing the shirts with his quote on it.
Yeah.
Go.
And they had the balls, the absolute balls to leave him off.
That's great.
And then they ask him, and you're right, it was really like the 3rd time.
Yeah.
Listen, Ohtani's not coming, and Mizorowski's not coming. Right. Hey, Zach, you want to come? Nah, man.
No, they didn't ask him then. They had 3 other lumpers they put in.
Hey, you want to come now? Zach? Hello? Zach, you want to get invited? Zach's like, bleep you, man. I'm out.
Foster Griffin replaced Chase Burns. Foster Griffin, come on. Nice young kid, but Justin Robleski having a nice season with the Dodgers. He got like 3 strikeouts in like 14 games.
He stinks. He's a lefty.
I knew you'd hate him.
I hate Robleski. Nobody. He's just soft. He's I can't break a pane of glass pitcher. You got to be kidding me.
There you go, Braxton Ashcraft.
Yeah, by the way,
Wheeler,
who's been getting blown up recently. He got off to a really good start in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
but he got rocked the last few outings.
Yeah, I feel Zach did the proper thing.
So here's the thread here.
It may help him. He may be playing the long game because it may help him with Cy Young voting. He might be playing chess with these guys right now.
Maybe. But here's what I love. We got 2 main cogs on a revenge tour.
Yeah.
2 main cogs. Zach and Jalen.
Oh, I thought you were saying Bede. Jalen? Yeah.
Jalen's on a revenge tour. He saw 17 and was like, are you kidding? Like, he's probably saying, you got Jared Goff ahead of me. You got Brock Purdy ahead of me. You got Baker ahead of me. Jordan Love ahead of me.
Justin Herbert ahead of me.
I hate you.
You avoided him.
Yeah, because I think he's good. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm just saying Jalen probably doesn't. I think he deserves to be ahead of him.
You really love the tweet. You really, I look at the chin and I just see a bullseye every time. That face, look at it. Look at that face. I would see for big brothers and big sisters. It's a big week for us because we're donating. We want to try to raise some money for them.
Yeah,
and so it's Spirit Week here at All City and PHLY, and we really want to try to get our big brothers and big sisters thing rolling.
Yes.
So I like to offer up VG's chin as a bullseye. I wonder how much money we could raise.
We'll find out.
Like, I know Uncle Frank would write a 5-digit check.
Uncle Frank's got 5 digits? Yeah.
Uncle Frank's paper guy.
Oh, all right.
Uncle Frank would write the 5-digit check to let me one shot at his chin.
I can't wait. That's on Thursday.
You can Bob weave all you want. My fist print will be right in the middle of your face. I dream about it sometimes. Like sometimes when he comes walking in, I go, how hard could I hit him? How could I crush his face? Like there's times when I think that when he walks in, and he's got the bob going,
rocking out to some Van Halen on the car ride in, ready to go. Beautiful day today.
Oh my God! All right,
let me tell you this: 15 times at the All-Star break, the pitchers had 10+ wins, more than 10 Ks per nine, and a sub 2.15 ERA. 15 times it's happened. Wheeler, the only one not asked to be in the All-Star game.
It's ridiculous. It is. It's ridiculous. How we feel at the break. Here we are at the break. What's the matter? You got
I'm just thinking about how I am at the break in the Phils.
Well, how are you?
I find them pleasantly frustrating.
Pleasantly frustrating?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Because they lose like 10-2, and then they beat Scooble. It's like they win close games, and then they just get blown out, it feels like.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you got no 4 and 5 starter.
Well, the bullpen just stinks right now.
Bullpen stinks, but here's the problem with Nola
second worst.
is that you can't, you're afraid to take him into the third time around the order because that's when he gets blasted.
Yeah, I understand that. If you had some middle relief guys that you could count on, I think when he's got 8 strikeouts, 82 pitches, you got to let him roll that day. But it's on the regular.
Gets the lefties he would worry me that third time. Like Riley Green got him, and I don't want him. It was Green, it was Carpenter. He was going to face the lefties. I didn't want that. So I agreed with. I did. I thought that Donnie Baseball made the right choice. But at least here we are at the break, dude.
2 games out,
and they're 2 games out. They're right there. And it was big because Florida got beat up over the weekend. So now they're 2 games ahead of the Marlins. I was starting to worry about the Marlins.
Yeah, they're going to hang around. They're pesky.
They are. They were weird. They got a good lineup, and they got a couple decent pitchers,
Yeah. And I feel like, all right, the Braves hit a rough patch. But you need more weapons because you see what the Dodgers are doing.
You got to go. Listen, Ward hit a home run.
Insane right now.
Ward hit another home run.
Right.
You got to go to Baltimore. I agree. You said that.
But the thing is, like when you look at the standings, who's going to be sellers? There's like 6 teams that aren't within like 5 spots of
the American League stinks.
Wild card spot. Like as much as we're going to poach the Orioles, they're like 4 games out of a playoff spot.
You can't. You can't. And they actually have a good lineup.
They're 2 games out of the wild card.
And you have a great lineup. So if I'm them, I'm going to keep. You might have to look at the Giants.
So if you look in American League, teams that are more than 4 games out of the wild card, the A's, Royals, Angels. That's it.
Yeah, Angels, you got your Joe Adell.
Yeah.
And then really, the A's, I don't know. I don't even know what happened to
They're destroyed. Rooker is out for the season.
Yeah.
Kurtz he's got a thumb issue.
I know.
He's looking 2 to 4 weeks, maybe.
I love Kurtz.
They've been decimated with injuries.
Yeah.
And if you look on the National League, the only teams that are out of it are the Reds, Giants, Mets, Rockies. So there's like 6 teams that are out of it.
I would look at the Reds. I'd look at the Giants.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get some kind of help. The problem with the Giants is their right-handed bats make too much money and they stink. Like Chapman would be decent. What about Suarez? He had a home run yesterday from Cincinnati. Eugenio.
He missed a chunk of the season.
And he had a home run yesterday. I would look at Suarez. I look at Suarez, and again,
you got to make a move though, right? Bryce have to go to the outfield.
Yeah, I have to.
Asking a lot for Bryce.
I got to do it. I got to do it. I can't. If I can get a bat like Suarez is legitimate right-handed bat.
So Suarez right now, his on base is 285. He's got 11 home runs in 67 games.
You need that power.
Yeah.
He's the guy I would look at. Anyway, lots to get to today. Here's the deal. Murph is going to join us. Murph, before he was an esteemed columnist, was a great baseball writer. So I'm looking forward to talking to Murph about Wheeler and the All-Star game, the Phillies, the state of baseball, as we are the epicenter of MLB over the next few days. A lot of fun. We had the Futures game, really cool stuff going on in Philadelphia right now. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about, the whole gamut. At 10:15 EJ to talk about the Jeremy Fowler list. We'll get into that. And, oh, no. Kevin's father just said, we have to cancel. We got a lot to do today. Oh, dude, boy. You're killing me, man. All right. Let me just answer him back. Oh, man. Yeah.
So I'm going through withdrawal. No, this World Cup rolling down, winding down has been brutal. Love Island ended. I don't know what to watch now. Got nothing.
Wow, you're missing soccer?
Terribly.
Really?
Yeah, dude, this is the best.
It's not the best.
It's the best.
It's good. Not the best. Argentina? That was a good game.
Dude, they're getting so much help from Argentina right now.
I like the red card.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
No, the England game was a great game. Actually, I watched that game.
I think, yeah. I'm riding with Sammy. England takes out Argentina.
I'm rooting England. I'm rooting Sammy, too. Sammy texted me before the match.
See.
And you know what I said to him?
No.
I said, I got a feeling Jude Bellingham has a big game. I go, I think Jude has a monster game today. So he texted me after he was all happy. And he's like, wow, you're now a soccer expert. I was like, yes.
And then they sing the Jude songs when he has a hey Jude. We need a better song. The John Denver was okay. When you hear England singing the Beatles and Oasis, we need I don't know, Tom Petty, American Girl. Something a little cooler.
Petty would be awesome.
Yeah,
we should definitely do Petty. I agree. Tom Petty needs to be the guy.
A little cooler.
You could go to 10.
Rest in peace, John Denver.
There's 10 Tom Petty songs that would work.
Right. Yes.
Right? You were talking about Americana?
Yes.
Tom Petty's Americana.
That's what I agree.
I agree with that.
You got 4 years to come up with a new song.
I think you got to lean into Petty. I agree. All right, let's take a quick TO so we can get Murph up here. Oh, man. Kevin, he's killing me. All right. Let's talk about our friends. BetPark Sportsbook online casino app. All right. Home Run Derby.
Yeah.
Schwarber the favorite?
Yeah. Clear favorite. Well, yeah, he's plus 336, I guess.
What's Bryce?
Plus 650.
I think I'm going Bryce.
Wow, I never saw that coming.
Bryce.
Never saw that coming.
I'm going Bryce, baby.
I'm looking for a little value with actual chance to win. Give me the South Side Samurai. Murakami plus 500. That's where I'm going.
Murakami.
Yeah. He's been rested. He's 26, hasn't played in a month.
Yeah, he's got a great swing, too. Southside Samurai. That's a great nickname. That's a great nickname, I got to admit. Anyway, you can bet all the stuff on the All-Star game and then the quarterfinal of the semifinals of the soccer on the app. New customers get 500 spins on the soccer game. Go, 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 collect them. And, of course, $500 casino bonus back. Got to be betparks.com is the details. Got to be in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. Got to be 21. Gambling problem? Please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Now let's talk about Xfinity and the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. What if I could tell you have intelligent Wi-Fi, reliable Wi-Fi, you keep it the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together. Finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. Lets you stream the game even when the whole family's online. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. The best part, no annual contracts, no hidden fees. Xfinity's best equipment included. Take it from me, a lot changes in 5 years. Championships are won, records are broken, dreams grow bigger. Your Wi-Fi should stay reliable. The price should stay put. Lock in your price. Unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Now let's go to our man on the Xfinity mobile call-in line, Murph.
Murphy, Murphy, it's time for our man, David Murphy.
It's a Murphy Monday. Good morning, Murph.
Morning, guys.
He's got a real, like, woodsman look to him because that
He
bookshelf looks like he's in front of a log cabin.
And
then
the
he's got
shirt.
Shirt, yeah. He's out there chopping some wood before he gets
Yeah,
home.
he's got, it's true. He's got the flannel.
Yeah.
Aren't you hot?
He's in
It's actually a little chilly in my office. The AC is pumping right now.
Nice.
breezy in the Poconos up in the woods.
Yeah.
It's chilly.
Yeah.
You would be good in the Poconos.
Yeah, God's country.
No, you would look the part. You got sturdy look to you.
I'll take that as a compliment.
It is a compliment.
Working on a beet farm.
It is a compliment. What's the matter? You're all your business. Is the baby all right? You all right?
No, I suffered a little injury yesterday playing hoops.
What'd you do?
I pulled a adductor muscle,
Oh, that's painful.
commonly referred to as your groin.
Yeah, I know it. Oh, that's horrible. You need us to get to
it's-
Rothman for you? We got
What's that?
Rothman. Let me know.
What's
I'll
that?
make you an appointment. Rothman now.
Yeah, I might have to take you up on it. We'll see.
All right, brother.
Uh,
Paint a picture. How did it happen? Were you on defense? Were you
Going
taking a
for a
shot?
board?
Yeah.
Blocking a shot.
Yeah, I mean it's how it always happens. It was the last game and there's a good old man, not old man's game, but a good dad's game in Swarthmore on Sunday mornings. But later in the morning, the youth show up, and it's tough changing direction with them. And it was I was just in transition on defense, and my mind went one way, my body went the other.
Dude, it's the curse. I love basketball, and I love playing basketball. And we have had games forever. And there's nothing worse than when you get older and your mind, you know where to be. Your mind knows everything, and your body can't follow your mind. It sucks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's a little frustrating because I did it before, and it takes a while. So I was feeling good, getting back into playing shape, and now it's
I
a
can
little bit of R&R coming up.
I can relate,
But-
buddy. I can relate.
Yeah, getting old. I don't recommend it. It's not great.
Well, the alternative
My
is no fun.
My father says it all the time. Don't get old. I'm like, all right. Murph, I do love the All-Star game. I told you about this before, but the fact that it's here, the whole thing. How do you view? You covered the Phillies. You covered baseball. You know the sport inside and out. I mean, how do you view Philadelphia as a baseball town? Just big picture.
I mean, I think it's one of the best in the nation. It's look, this is a great town in any sport when things are going well and the team's chugging along. So, but I'll tell you what, I think it's underrated. Before I covered baseball, I would have told you that Philadelphia was an Eagles town. First and largely foremost, and it's definitely an Eagles town first. But I'll tell you what, man, there's a contingent of Phillies fans that baseball is number one, and I think that's what made covering baseball. I wasn't a huge baseball guy before I started covering it, but I really got into it mostly because of the feedback from the guys who really lived and breathed it, and they've been there the whole time. I mean, if you look at our traffic numbers, I would say the Phillies core readership is every bit the equal as the Eagles.
Yeah. It isn't underrated. You're right about it being underrated as a baseball town. People people always thought, well, New York, Boston, St. Louis always got people are Los Angeles. And it's like, listen, Philadelphia, it's a sports town overarching, so we get it. But it's a great, knowledgeable baseball town, and I think you see it. And Alex Rodriguez, who's on the show tomorrow, fell in love with this town. Like when we were at the World Series in 2022, he's like, dude, I wish I would have played here. This is unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, I think you like separate into two different things, right? So, I mean, obviously, Philly doesn't have, like, when you think baseball town, you think, John Updike sitting in Fenway Park writing about Ted Williams and
the lyrical
Chicago, New York.
bandbox.
So there's like a history and cultural element, I think, in those three towns that Philadelphia doesn't necessarily have. Partially because we had two teams here, one of whom left, partially because, the team just wasn't all that great for the bulk of its history. But I think, partially too, the stadium situation, our stadium situation baseball wise in this town, going all the way back to, the Baker Bowl, hasn't been exactly great. And I remember growing up, there, Scott Rowland leaving town. Look, I mean,
yeah,
start there. And, he drew a lot of, he poked the bear a little bit when he got to St. Louis and said it was baseball heaven.
I brought it up earlier today.
I think really the story of Philly baseball is since then, and I think Citizens Bank Park has probably been, I mean, it's just the vet.
It's a great point.
We were all there. No, like it was just whatever. I mean, combined, a lot of things actually happened. I actually to write a little bit about something on this at some point. I mean, I was really into the 93 team. Like Kevin Stocker was my guy, right? And then, it's just this great lovable team and the next year they go on strike, right? And I think that there was some momentum there potentially with that 93 team, even though they were kind of all short-term guys, that really never had a chance to grow legs once that strike hit. And then for 5 to 10 years the organization's focus was mostly on getting the ballpark built. And then when Tommy finally came in, I would say ever since then, yeah, I mean, it's there's been nothing like the electricity that I've seen. I've been at pretty much for the last 2 decades, every major sporting event in this town. And even the Eagles, there's been nothing like, Citizens Bank Park in October, kind of the electricity, the energy, and I'm sure that's what A-Rod's talking about. I mean, that's in terms of present day baseball energy, I would say Philly's up there with anybody.
You make a great point, because I think Citizens Bank Park is the reason. Like we could all look at it nostalgically with the vet, like I was a child of the vet, right? And but I mean, it was cavernous. And by the time you talked about that period of baseball in the late 90s, I was covering baseball. It was bleak here. There was, the team sucked. There was, 9,000 people in the stands. I mean, it was really, in fact, I wrote a story about the death of baseball in Philadelphia because of the strike and how it hit the death. It was basically the death of baseball in Philadelphia. And that coincided with WIP going Eagles all the time, right? Eagles only. Mm-hmm. And it was an interesting story that happened here. But then when the Citizens Bank Park was built, that place was Xanadu. And it's still great. After all these years now, it's a great place. I think you nailed it. I mean, we've seen the last 20 years and change of CBP, and it's made us back to being a glory baseball town.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, obviously, and I think this is true, in any town. I mean, the winning and the product on the field is a huge, because let's be honest, between 2014 and 2000 and, whenever you want to start 21, yeah. I mean, yeah, it was, it was sad, you would walk around town. I remember, I was living in I think, Fairmount at that time, and you would walk around town, and it's like walk past all the bars on a Friday night, and like not a single one of them has a Phillies game on, right? Because nobody had any interest enough to ask for it to be turned on, So you had Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy on instead, and I'll never forget after that 2021, 2022 kind of reawakening. It was heartening to walk past storefronts and see the game on again. It's like I think unlike any sport, baseball kind of has that unifying communal element to it, where it's an every night thing. It's like Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune. It's just on and everyone watches it, and something common there. And like I was saying last week, my one big beef with the All-Star break is there's nothing to flip on the TV really for 5 days except for the All-Star game on Tuesday. But yeah, I think Philly, look, give John Middleton David Montgomery before him a lot of credit. I mean, the ownership group was just dysfunctional for a long time. There was no leader, and there was no revenue compared to what the potential was. And as soon as Citizens Bank Park opened up, just the scale of a city like Philadelphia, once people want to go to the ballpark, even when the team's down, with a place like Citizens Bank Park is going to, rake in revenue. And then credit John Middleton for stepping forward and kind of taking command of the ownership and reinvest money into the organization, and I think that that was the big thing with the Phillies that I think turned a lot of people off, is like when a guy like Scott Rowland, who's a Hall of Fame Hall of Fame, like generational talent, when he's leaving town, when Curt Schilling's leaving town, it's like, what are we even doing? I mean, I'll tell you what, Scott Rowland was here, in this generation, there's no way in heck he would have been traded. He would have been here forever. And, I think look, I think some of the Phillies problems, I don't think, that they're still not an efficient, sleek organization on the level of Dodgers. Because the Dodgers are willing to let guys walk out the door too, But I think a lot of that comes from, the Aaron Nola contract, the Realmuto contract. I think it comes from kind of a history of trauma of seeing some of these homegrown guys leave, and then the plus side is, you knew from the get-go last offseason that Kyle Schwarber was not going to be wearing another uniform other than the Phillies, and look, I was surprised that he got just about as much as he did. It was definitely overperformed my expectations in terms of contract. But look, which he's worth every penny of it, as we're seeing. And I think to Middleton's credit, his adamance not to let a guy like Schwarber out the door. I think that's one of the defining characteristics of kind of his tenure, and I think that helps retain some energy around the team.
Yeah, no, I think you're right about that. And you brought up that spot between 2014 and 2021. I was thinking about it as you were talking. That was probably the low point in Philadelphia sports ever. Like if you go to 2014, 15, 16, the Eagles were languishing through Chip, right? The Flyers were dead. The Sixers were nowhere. It was just before the process, just starting the process. The Phillies were the Phillies. I mean, if you think about it, it was probably the worst period of time that we've seen.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think it's it would be interesting to kind of like take a scientific look at it and see if there was any other, in terms of lack of playoff appearances, in terms of overall team winning percentage, and then obviously the bigger thing I think during that, what you alluded to, the bigger thing during that time period was just like there was this like existential malaise around each team,
Yes.
it's like the Sixers were like, we're not going to be good. We're gonna stink for a while, you know. And the Phillies were very much in the same, you know, kind of the same mode where it was like, you know, they weren't gonna try to compete, you know, year to year. They were gonna try to, you know, rebuild the talent base and get young guys to play and like, you know, part of the thing with the Phillies back then was, you know, it was such a high to such a low in such a short period of time. I mean, that 2011 team, you know, you had out there, I mean, that team still should have won the World Series. You know, they were the best team in baseball that year. And you went from this, like, just, you know, one of the most fun teams to watch on a nightly basis, given the rotation, you know, combined with you know, the lineup, to Ryan Howard sprawled in the dirt at home plate, you know, and then, you know, just months later, Roy Halladay not being able to locate the strike zone, you know, and it just went from like, you had all these generational talents, and then boom, by the time 2013, you know, then Charlie Manuel gets fired, and it's just like, whoa, man, like,
Yeah.
Ryan Sandberg quits, and
Yeah.
you
Remember
know, and then
Sandberg was like a mannequin.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, he was like he had no personality whatsoever.
Nothing. Like a robot.
Yeah, it was just it was part of the reason why I you know,
Bailed on that beat.
I branched out away from baseball, just because it was like, man, I can't deal with this for.
Nah, you made
on a
the right
nightly
choice.
basis.
Yeah. You need to expand to grow.
But it's been great, and it's been you know, I think that they're, you know, kind of to tie it to the present day, they're kind of defying the odds right now. You know, it's funny when you hear people talk about blowing the team up over the last couple of years. It's like, you know, there's nothing to blow up. You know, you can't just trade guys away that have $300 million contracts. Nobody wants them. One, but two, you have to be careful. You know, even when that's the sentiment, you know, it's awfully tough to do, and it led to basically a decade without meaningful baseball in Philadelphia the last time. And you know, the Phillies' challenge right now, you know, when you look to this trade deadline, even, is to kind of balance. Yeah, like if you could guarantee, you know, if you trade your entire farm system and can guarantee that you're going to get a World Series, you do it, obviously. But, you know, the problem is if you do that and then you don't win the World Series, and you know, so I think that's kind of the balancing act that we're looking at.
Let's get to a big picture, because I want to kind of transition to Wheeler with you, and even Hertz plays a role in this, because Wheeler and Hertz are both going to like embark on a revenge tour. Certainly Wheeler showed you the last two starts, like, listen, you guys disrespected me in a big way, and look at the two outings he just had. I mean, he was ridiculous, and you could see it. Like, and they went back to him and asked him to you know, be an all-star, and he's like, no, man, like, you disrespected me. I'm out. Like, no, I'm going to be with my family. And I say kudos to Wheeler.
Yeah, I mean, I do too. I don't know what. Look, part of the reason I can't get into the All-Star game like other people do is just like it's so the voting process, and you know, it's like, how does a guy like Zach Wheeler not make the All-Star game, right? And I don't know if part of it is, I just assume part of it was that, you know, he probably wouldn't be able to pitch, except they then turn around and ask him to be in it, even though he's lined up to pitch on Sundays. So I don't know. I don't get it. I'm with you. Like, it's he's very clearly, you know, one of the top, but even conservatively, you know, I don't know if you can name 5 or 6 players that are having a better season than he is on the mound. I mean, you know, it's 6 innings, 10 strikeouts, you know, 0 or 1 runs pretty much every time out. You know, frankly, like I said, I think I said at one point, you know, even if he doesn't win the Cy Young, they should make some kind of award for him, because what he's doing, you know, coming off what many, including myself, knew there was at least a chance it was a career-threatening, at least a chance that it was a career-threatening injury. I mean, anytime you undergo the knife at 30, whatever, you know,
yeah, blood clot, like, it was life-threatening. Yeah,
you know, and they were talking about. No, again, I think things stay. I think the picture changed a little bit, you know, very, very quickly after the whole blood clot thing, and it became more of a thoracic outlet syndrome thing. But look, very few pitchers have undergone what he underwent medically, and B, come back at all. So I think like Mike Adams, I remember had thoracic outlet surgery and just was never the same after that. And tons of guys would tell you the same.
Yeah.
Now again, a lot has changed medically, but just what he's doing, it really speaks to kind of his he's got that extra, whatever it is that makes great people great. He's got that extra thing,
Yeah, I mean, he's got the chip. He's a competitor. You got a chip on your shoulder. You're a competitor. It's why I love him, man. Like, to me, he's the ultimate. Like, that's the ultimate bulldog kind of mentality. We talk about it all the time.
100% agree. And I think it's going to be, I got to think that, when you look towards the trade deadline, I got to think, Middleton and Dombrowski are feeling they have to be feeling a little pressure, knowing that, they're in the midst of this season where they've got 4 guys in Wheeler, Sanchez, Harper, and Schwarber who are really, any one of them you could make an argument is an MVP candidate, and all of them are kind of at a stage of their career. Sanchez is a little younger, but Wheeler especially, and then Harper and Schwarber are all at a stage of their career where it's like this could be the last time you're getting the best out of them. It could be together they only have probably 3 or 4 more seasons to even think about winning a World Series, and time is ticking, and it's going to be interesting to see if they if they kind of throw caution to the wind a little bit here and whatever, quote unquote, go for it. Now, again, it's not a grocery store. You can't just, walk into it. It's not like going to buy a Maserati and just, having to, swallow the price tag and get the best car available. Like it depends on who's available, and it doesn't make sense to overpay for nothing. And I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I think when you look at the landscape, the way the Braves are leaking oil, and now the Brewers, Woodruff looks like he might be out for the year with shoulder issues. Harrison's got forearm issues there. You got to go all in and try and catch up with the Dodgers this year, I feel like.
Yeah, the question is what's all in, and what, again, if there's I always bring up the Mookie Betts trade, right? Because that, I don't think that was I don't know if that was a deadline thing. I think that might have been an off-season thing. But
that was off-season, yeah.
Like that's the kind of move where it's like, that's when you're talking about going all in. If a guy like that is available, then if there, if there was a hitter version of Tariq Skubal, available right now, then you go all in. The problem is, I don't know if that guy, like if Kevin McGonigle somehow were available, then you trade everybody. That's the kind of thing you do. But the problem with trade deadline is supply, and I don't know if there's going to be a guy even out there that's worth going all in. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Would you look at Eugenio Suarez, which means that you'd have to shuffle positions around, but you got he's a legit power bat. He missed a lot of time. He still has 11 home runs.
Yeah, we were talking about him last year, and I actually haven't looked at him lately. Early in the season, it seemed like he was struggling a little bit. I assume that's changed around a little bit, but
he homered yesterday. He had a home run yesterday. He's a legitimate right-handed power bat that would slide in and really hit fourth for you.
And he tends to start slow. His second half of the season, I feel like, except after the trade deadline last year, he wasn't great. I feel like he comes on late.
No, that's the thing, and it's like, I think I think if you're looking at, if you wanted to maximize your odds of getting a guy who's going to make a difference in the postseason, I think you would focus your efforts on the bullpen, because those guys, they're pretty easy to project mid-season that Aroldis Chapman is still going to be throwing 100,
right,
in October, right? We've seen trade deadline guys, make huge impacts in the bullpen. I mean, look at Duran last year, right? If you could find the 8th inning version of him this year, that's one thing versus a guy like, Eugenio Suarez, where, even good guys have a couple of bad months, and then the flip side is, the Red Sox in 18, I think when they won with Dombrowski, like a guy like Steve Pearce ended up, with 1,000 OPS down the stretch. So it's like, there's a little bit of, there's a little bit of unpredictability when it comes to trading for, really any hitter. But yeah, I mean, I think in theory, and I've said this all along, like they should be thinking about if Bryce Harper needs to play in the outfield, then Bryce Harper should play in the outfield. Like,
yes.
What are we doing?
Yes.
Like if Trey Turner needs to play whatever, center field, left field, right, whatever. Like
you're
just trying to put the best team together. And I don't really I've even I've always been a proponent of, like just throw Kyle if it's going to help you that much, if you can find a DH, like throw Kyle Schwarber in the outfield, whatever. Like just it's time to like think outside the box a little bit. And now you shouldn't have to because Harper should be able to play the outfield. But I really don't get it. I think it's time. I would assume it's player driven, and I think it's time for these guys to swallow their pride a little bit. I would be looking more. I don't think we should get too caught up in the right-handed, left-handed bat thing. You just need a guy. You need a guy who's going to help you. Clearly, you need a right-handed bat. But like I look at a guy like, there's a ton of guys who are in their walk year that shouldn't necessarily like a guy like Dalton Varsho. Up in
Toronto. Yeah.
Like my dream trade would be Varsho and Clement. To come down here. Imagine a guy. I know he's
Clement's a pesky type of player. He can play every position.
Yeah. Imagine Dalton Varsho, a guy named Darren Dalton, and the son of Gary Varsho coming to Philadelphia and like I don't care what hand he hits with, like that's the kind of thing where it's like, all right, you just need somebody. Left, right. I think that's what they should be looking at.
Varsho is a guy you can count, unlike you got Rincones hitting there now.
Right.
So and he's left-handed. To your point, he's left-handed. So
right. Exactly. So I think it'll be interesting to see what they do. I suspect that the smarter play will be, kind of what the Braves did back, I think the year they won the World Series, when they got, 3 or 4 guys at the deadline. I think Ozuna was one of them. They really didn't like make a huge addition, but they got 4 guys that really helped.
Yeah.
And they ended up, I think they only won 90 games maybe that year, but they ended up, making a run. And I think that's what the Phillies have to be thinking. They just need to like, you can't go into the postseason with holes, right? So like, yeah, an impact bat would be nice. An impact arm would be nice, but at the very least, you gotta, you gotta take care of your potential holes. And a right-handed bat is obviously one of them. I think the bullpen right now, there's a clear hole, because even if, like a guy like Jonathan Bolin, even if he is like legit, you can't have Kerkering out there in the postseason.
No.
Like you can't have, right now you can't have Alvarado. You can't plan on having Alvarado out there. So
I'm hoping like Gage Wood is I've been a roll the dice on the kid because he throws hard and there's no book on him. Like I'd bring him up later so I can have him in the playoffs without a book. That's right. He throws hard. So, but to your point, if you can get a veteran, bridge, then you go with the veteran bridge. Yeah,
I'm with you. So I think that, anyway, long story short, I think yes, if Eugenio Suarez is the best that is attainable for you, then you figure out a way to make it happen, right? Like put Bowman first and move Harper to the outfield and get a little think a little outside the box and just have some options. I think I'm very interested to see what they do.
You guys, if we're gonna move Bryce to the outfield, it feels like Christian Walker's name every year is out there.
Yeah,
Norristown guy. He's got one more year at 20 mil, which isn't super.
Yeah, no, and he's good power bat from the right side. Yeah. Eddie Wright brings up Wilson Contreras, another guy gettable right side. I mean, I look at all those guys.
Yeah, and I think Walker is Walker's a guy, as I've been looking at it, like his name, like I've kind of flagged his name a little bit. I'm not sure. I've never been super impressed with him. He's got a lot of swing and miss, and I don't think he's had great postseasons over the years. But I mean, again, you just I think it's guys like that. I think guys like this should be a rental.
Yeah.
Like the beta move. The beta move is actually a great template, right? Like just now. Again, the difficult thing is you're not the only team out there that's looking for these guys, and like VG was saying, there's a heck of a lot of teams that think they're in it right now. I mean, the Diamondbacks winning hasn't been great for the Phillies. We're gonna have to see what happens over these next 2 or 3 weeks. I guess it's only 2 weeks now. But yeah, and so much of it comes down to like what teams think of your prospects, and if every team's got a list, every team's got kind of fringe prospects, guys who are not going to make the 40-man the next year, who they're willing to offer for rental pieces. And at that point, it just becomes, how do the team scouts feel about that pool of players and which team gets the player? And then you have to decide, am I going to bump up to the next pool and really land this guy or not? And that's what's from our perspective on the outside, that's what's so tough to know, because there's no way to know what other teams think of these guys.
Yeah. My brother, let me get your quick opinion on the Jeremy Fowler list as he ranked. He got all the executives. He polled executives and scouts and blah, blah. It comes up with his list of quarterbacks. And coming in at number 17 is Jalen Hurts. 17.
I'll tell you what, man. I haven't seen the list, but I would love to. I don't think I could come up with, and I'm probably more of a Jalen Hurts skeptic than most people, but I've always said at the very least he's in the top half of NFL.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like I'll read you the list. I have it. You want to hear the list?
Yeah.
Allen, Mahomes, Stafford, Burrow, Lamar, Dak, Herbert, Drake May, Jared Goff at 9, Caleb 10, Darnold 11, Daniels 12, Jordan Love 13, Brock Purdy 14, Baker Mayfield 15, Trevor Lawrence 16.
Yeah, look, I would always put him. I think he's better. Like I would have him, I wouldn't have him behind Love or Jaden Daniels. And frankly, I don't know if I'd have him behind Lamar. But again, that's more of a hot take, I think, than I'm not going to go to war on that one.
Right.
But I don't disagree with a lot of those guys. Like I'm on the Herbert for better or worse kind of. And Purdy, I could see. I've always been a big Trevor Lawrence guy. But I think that 14, 15, I think that's kind of where I would always have him, with the potential to be better than that. I think when you're looking at kind of rankings like this, to me, like you have to do it in tiers a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So you have your tier 1 guys, which is Burrow, Mahomes, Allen. I think May will be there at some point soon. And then you have, that next tier, which is Stafford, Stafford, whatever. I can't think off the top of my head, but I think there's a huge group, Purdy, Love. I'm not a Love guy. I think, but that's the group: Purdy, Love, Daniels. You'd have to read off some more of them. Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
So
I'm with it.
The key thing to me is
Stafford
there's such a huge
in the top tier. But then I'm with you. I mean, you can't tell me that Jared Goff is better than Jalen Hurts. I mean, I just can't believe it. I can't. I can't believe it. I'm not the biggest Purdy guy. I agree with you, Love. I agree with you. Jane Daniels had 1 year. I love the kid. I think the kid's got a tremendous, future if he can stay healthy, but he didn't stay healthy in his second year. Say what you want about Hurts, but and there's a durability factor that he's always available.
Well, but there's also a like Herbert's a great guy. Like Herbert's a great kind of, for instance, where if I were, if you're talking about a redraft where I'm going to get to pick my quarterback for the next till he retires, and build a team around him. Like that's when I say Herbert. Like I believe in him from that standpoint. Like I think he's got that makeup. I
do too. I like Herbert. Everybody hates Herbert. I like the kid. I think
on the flip side, tough. if you're telling me you need to win a game right now and you have to pick your guy, that's where Hurts kind of has an edge over a lot of these guys.
Yes.
Because A, he's done it. B, he's not going to make mistakes. He's not going to make the mistakes. C, he's going to, he's a, I don't want to say game man. He's a game manager in like the best sense of the word,
right.
Game manager, right? And you're always going to have a chance. Where there's some games where Jared Goff just doesn't have a chance because whether it's the protection, like he kind of needs everything to work, perfectly for him. And when it does work perfectly for him, he's great. Like, yeah, I would take Jared Goff. If you gave me the best offensive line and the best offensive coordinator in the league, I would take Jared Goff over Jalen Hurts. But that's not the way it works, right? And we saw that when they played each other last year. Jared Goff couldn't do anything, and Jalen Hurts wasn't that much better, but he was good enough to win.
I think that's where you nailed it. I think he wins games. Like he knows how to win. He'll read the game and in the game make a pathway. All right, this is what needs to be done to win. And I think like he wins games. That's the thing that these other dudes just don't have. They don't have the win gene.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like it Hurts is just he's a fascinating guy, and it's like I constantly feel myself yo-yoing between defending him and it's kind of like whichever the other side is going on. I feel like everyone's so over the top one way or the other that I'm always the guy kind of arguing whoever's arguing the other thing, and it's like, look, and I wrote a piece last year where. The headline was something like, what are we even talking about? Like you can definitely like, it's a great argument. Like I'll argue Herbert and May to the death. Right. Like, I think that I think both those guys are like my quintessential quarterback and I'll have them rated way higher, than anybody. I mean, I had Drake May probably as a top 5 quarterback in the game before last year, cause I love the guy, but that's a me thing. And that's, but the reality is the important thing is that there's the line between Jalen Hurts and the next best option, the drop off after whatever you want to say, top 14, 13, 15, 16. Yeah. As soon as you start going like Bryce Young, then it's like, you can't win with Bryce Young. Right. It's just,
it's crazy. Yeah.
And look, like you could, I'm open to the argument that you throw Jalen Hurts into the Jets last year, he's a 3-13, whatever. But that's just not the way it is. Like he's here with the Eagles, and he's shown himself that he's at the very least, much better than a lot of the alternatives, and a guy that you can win with. And just being a guy that you can win with is such a big thing. Like I don't know that, frankly. Jaden Daniels or Jordan Love has shown that they're a guy that you can win with. I'm like, yeah, you can win regular seasons games with them, and if a bunch of Cowboys cornerbacks fall down, then yeah, he can win a playoff game. But he also throws off his back foot more than any other guy I've seen in my entire life in the NFL, and throws some of the wildest, ugliest passes I've ever seen from a guy who's actually like then can wow you at times. And the consistency from Hurts, it has been, I think, his calling card. Like he's going to at the very least keep you in a game. He's not gonna, he's not gonna lose games for you on a regular basis.
Murph, great stuff as always, my brother. Take care of that groin, man. Welcome to the club, buddy.
I'll tell you what. There's a bag of frozen veggies in the Murphy household fridge that you don't want to be touching anytime soon.
The frozen peas, man.
The frozen peas. I think it was actually squash and zucchini. They did the trick though. They molded nicely.
I love it, brother. You're the best, man. Thanks, pal. We love you.
All right, see ya.
See you, brother. There he is, Murph. the frozen peas.
I don't know if I've ever had a bag of frozen gourds in my freezer.
No, I'm trying to think what's in there.
Zucchini frozen? Nah.
I don't know what's in our frozen veg. I don't know. We do a lot of fresh produce because there's a farm stand we work for the city where there's a bar in every corner to a farm stand in every corner out in Jersey.
Well, you're lucky these days because you got that parasite on the produce.
I got it.
What?
Dude, you remember I was sick? Yeah. And I had fever.
Yeah, but that's not the symptoms of this one. This one's just diarrhea.
No, I didn't have that.
Blowout diarrhea.
No, but they said it came from there was other symptoms like fever, body aches, and stuff like that. And that's what I had.
Crazy. So like you're lucky.
I think.
Now, like we had to go to the farmer's market, which we're lucky we have right around the corner from us, load up on the produce because you can't buy chain produce right now, chain store produce.
I don't know.
Unless you want to risk it. If you're looking to lose 6 pounds in a week or two, they say that's the way to go.
Dude, it was bad. I mean, I had the chills. I
remember that.
I was sick.
Yeah.
I was really sick. But we do a lot of the farm stands.
Yeah. And we load it up on the freezer because I guess they say freezing it kills this parasite.
Oh, really?
Lowers the risk. So we stocked up yesterday on frozen produce.
And freeze it?
Yeah.
All right. No, that's good.
I guess.
I don't know. I mean, we
like you try and eat healthy, and you can't now. There's a parasite attached to all the produce.
I don't know, dude. There's always something. I can tell you. All right, let's take a quick TO. We'll come back, and EJ to really dive into the Fowler stuff.
All right.
All right. What's the chat?
Chat's
just kind of tired of it, right? Like
chat's in their own world. Sometimes there's a lot of Herbert shrapnel going on.
Right. I can imagine that.
Yeah.
Xfinity, imagine that.
They say, "Oh, Herbert, talent." It's like Morty Duke. Jeff George was a heck of a talent.
Right? Yeah. No, I get it. People don't like to get it. I don't think they watch him.
You always go there.
I don't. I don't think you watch him regularly. I mean, I don't think how you can have the opinion that he's
you
not
watch
good.
him regularly. You see him not win big games. That's all.
Nah, you don't watch. You don't watch him. You can't. Like if you
watch him when it matters. In crunch time situations when he pops on red zone.
He's got nobody. Right, pops on red zone.
When the plays mean stuff.
Like,
and
you gotta watch the
chokes.
kid play. You say what you want. I don't care what anybody says. Kid's good. All right. Kid's good. No receivers, nothing. Kid's good. Say what you want. All right.
He's got a great receiver.
He's a slot receiver.
He's got a great receiver.
McConkey you're talking about, who was hurt last year a lot of time.
For a little bit. He stinks, Keenan Allen.
Dude, he was 1,000 years old when he was there. Come on, bro. Oh, man. All right.
What is this, a Herbert excuse book?
No, I just call it the way I say it. I don't really care. You can say whatever you want. Had no line. How did the Eagles mashed him? They beat him up. You remember that game?
Yeah, I guess he's not reading the defense. Doesn't know where the blitz is coming from.
What are you talking about? Stop. Don't embarrass yourself. All right. I'm meeting Spags later today.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'll tell you.
I
smokes him all the time.
I get to talk to have a nice football day. I get to escape you and have a good football day. Well, thank God I got EJ coming up, so there's that too. Lots to do. I can't believe Kevin. I was so excited to talk to Kevin's parents. We spent a lot of time, Jules and I, booking all the guests.
Oh.
Kevin, you're killing me, Kev. Big Kev. Killing me. All right. I turned down all the people.
Ugh.
That's the worst. Oh, man. All right, let's talk about some of our friends, shall we? Let's talk about Parks Casino. Our casino of choice, perfect for a holiday weekend. They got it all. Action, entertainment, excitement, award-winning dining. Make the night complete and stay at the beautiful new Parksview Hotel. Just steps away from Parks Casino, offers free shuttle service. Tickets still available for these shows at the Excite Center at Parks Casino. July 24th, Gene Simmons. How about George Thorogood and the Destroyers, August 28th? Tommy Chong from Cheech and Chong, September 21st. Comedian Bobby Lee, September 24th. Comedian Jim Jeffries, October 24th. How about Michelle Wolf, December 5th? America. That's your favorite.
Horse with no name.
October 31st. It's all there. ParksCasino.com to buy tickets. All the shows. It's amazing.
Great list of
shows.
great
Right?
list of acts.
It really is. It's cool. Pennsylvania's #1 casino, Parks Casino, Street Road exit off of Ben Salem, the PA Turnpike in 95. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Got to be 21. Parks Casino, this is how you win. All right, let's talk about Dick's Sporting Goods celebrating the All-Star game, home run derby, All-Star Village, all of it. Dick's Sporting Goods, the center of all kinds of sports, especially summer sports. So whether it was the soccer games that took place down at the Philadelphia Stadium, right, or all the baseball in your backfields and all the tournaments, it all happens with Dick's Sporting Goods. We're talking jerseys and fan gear to rep your teams, all the equipments that you need, right? Gloves, cleats, bats. We got football starting. In fact, I was talking to the coach. We got workouts July 21st.
Oh, man.
Coming up. The week,
days,
we got a
9
couple
days.
of them. So listen, get the Dick's Sporting Goods for all your fall sports. Shop anytime, Dicks.com before the next big game. Head to the stadium or just backfields with friends. Make your first stop, Dick's Sporting Goods, because summer sports starts here. That's right. E.J. Smith.
Give me that E, give me a J, give me an EJ, give me that EJ Smith.
E.J.
What's going on, guys? How we doing today?
Oh, what a pleasure it is to speak to E.J. Smith on the Xfinity Mobile call-in line. Brother, it's time now to dive into. Jeremy Fowler does this every week, every year, every July, where he looks at the positions, he talks to executives, he talks to, scouts, the whole nine, and he comes up with this list. And the list is, we got all position by position. And we got to start with quarterback because this is where it is. So, as you know, because I know you saw it,
Yeah.
Jalen comes in at 17. And here is the little blurb. Quote, this is from an AFC offensive coach. I know it has been an up and down, but I'm still betting on the Super Bowl credentials, the intangibles, and the toughness. So that's a good pro Jalen quote. But to come in at 17 behind the likes of Trevor Lawrence, Baker Mayfield, Brock Purdy, Jordan Love. I mean, I love Jaden Daniels, but last year he was hurt the whole year. Sam Darnold, Caleb, Goff, Drake, Herbert, Dak, and then the elites.
Yeah, it's funny. I look at the list this morning, and I've been waiting for this list to come out for the last couple of weeks. They've been doing a good job with the positional rankings, and I knew before I even clicked on the link that Jalen's placement was going to upset Eagles fans and probably surprise some of Jalen's biggest supporters. I got to be honest, like when I saw where he ranked, it was even worse than I anticipated it was going to be. I am not necessarily like a huge, I have defended Jalen on this show. I've criticized Jalen on the show. I feel like I'm pretty much in the middle of the Jalen Hurts discourse, and it is a difficult discourse. There's a lot of volatility, and he's a polarizing figure. But to have him 17th, One tier below, Jeremy Fowler put out like the tiers that he had for the rankings. One tier below Brock Purdy, Jordan Love, and Baker Mayfield. Like that is insane to me. At some point we need to keep in mind the question you're asking yourself with these quarterbacks is can you win in high leverage moments, not just with them, but because of them. At some point that is the question you ask with every single quarterback.
Yes.
And he's answered that question. And a lot of these guys have not answered that question.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, it was funny. This morning, I purposely called a friend of mine who is in the league. All right,
Yeah.
and I was talking about this list with him, and he's like, I talk about the winning, and he completely agreed with me. But he was like, well, listen though, he goes, he played pretty poorly against San Francisco in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's got some playoff, like he hasn't always been that guy, but he has been in his career in a way these other guys have not.
Well, that was my point. So I'm glad you said that because my point is like, all right, here's who hasn't come up big in any playoff setting. Lawrence, right. All right, Baker. I mean, what's Purdy done?
I mean,
he got hurt in the championship game.
Yeah, some of these guys, it's like these people, they fall in love with the efficiency they have in the regular season, but not much in the postseason, not much at all.
Love, I mean, even I love Herbert, but Herbert has been hasn't done anything in the postseason, right? Like I see the talent, but he hasn't done anything. Jared Goff, what's Jared Goff done?
And to me, it's the thing that sticks out with Goff that's funny is Hurts is closer to CJ Stroud than he is Jared Goff on this list. Like that is insane to me. It's like Jared Goff is again the epitome of he's efficient in the regular season. He's a nice quarterback, but if you're telling me that where would I have Jalen on this list? I would have him in and amongst that 8 to 10 range. Drake May, Jared Goff, Caleb Williams. That's where Jalen belongs, in my opinion. And again, that's someone who has been pretty down the middle with Jalen Hurts' evaluation. Last year was really ugly. This is going to be a prove-it year for him coming up. But if you're talking about the achievements he has in the game and what he's capable of, give me the ceiling of a Jalen Hurts rather than the ceiling of a Jared Goff or a Drake May. Give me him for this next season because of the fact that I know that you can win big games, not just with him, but because of him.
Yeah, can I ask you a question? Drake May is 8th.
Yeah.
On this list. I mean, I get he went to the Super Bowl last year with an easy schedule. How's he 8? Like after 1 year?
That's where they say that these lists aren't a projection, but I think it's clear that there's a forward-looking nature to this where, Drake May and Caleb Williams. Now listen, I've said before that I really like Caleb Williams, so I'm actually not as upset with him being.
I love Caleb Williams. Like if you said to me, I could have Drake May or Caleb Williams, I'd take Caleb Williams. Every day of the week.
Yeah.
10 out of 10, I'm taking Caleb.
Yeah, I think that the May thing, they must have been, projecting for what he might look like next season, with another season of experience and obviously with A.J. Brown now. But I don't know. To me, again, like we talk about, people ask you all the time, like, oh, should they move on from Jalen? Is this a prove-it year for Jalen? I always say, like, you go out into the quarterback wilderness. It takes a long time to find a quarterback that you say, I can win. This guy can lift a Lombardi trophy with me. And not necessarily just because of a defense or a run game. And I know Jalen has had those in the past, but we've seen him twice now in the Super Bowl come up big. And I think that needs to be weighted. Last year when we were talking about these rankings, people were asking me, upset that Jalen wasn't top 5. And I understood why Jalen wasn't top 5, but I don't think that as bad as 2025 was, he still belongs somewhere in and amongst that 8, 9, or 10 range, in my opinion, with this list. I can't have him closer to CJ Stroud than Jared Goff if I were making a list like this.
No. Goff. Pocket pressure did plague him a bit in 2025, where he took a career high 38 sacks. Like he's got weapons too. Like
he's got great weapons. Now their O-line was a disaster last year.
It was. They rated Sewell as the number 1 tackle in football. So
but they had the whole one side it was just
they
bad.
had center issues.
Like so much. Yeah, center retired before the season started. So much has to do with your line. Like everything's about your line. Like that. is what creates the foundation for you to succeed. But all that said, and I'll concede that Detroit had like line issues. He's not that good, and he has blow-up games.
Oh,
like
for sure.
Bad blow-up games.
Big moments too. We've seen it.
Yes.
And that is Jalen. It's funny. Like we can focus on like the Tampa game a few years ago, obviously the Niners game last year, but like that's all these other quarterbacks have on their resumes. It's like we're ignoring the Super Bowl to point out when Jalen struggled in the postseason. It's hard. Jalen is a tough player to put in these lists because he is, it's the stuff we talk about all the time, right? You can only win. You can only play a certain way necessarily with Jalen. You're not going to be able to do anything under the sun. And I think that's why he maybe gets knocked in these lists is because, some evaluators are like, well, he can't necessarily run the offense that we want to run. But I think that has to go out the window at some point because he is a winning quarterback. His record speaks for itself. As ugly as it was last year, and I'm acknowledging that as part of this, he has proven more than a lot of the guys that are ranked ahead of him.
I mean, the NFL coordinator, I'm just stuck on this Goff thing. The quote is, the guy wins. He's going to find a completion, if not under pressure. Like
what?
Yeah, so will I.
The guy wins.
I'll find a completion if I got no pressure.
Like the guy, like, what are you kidding me? What, again, think about it. They had the one great year where Dan Campbell loses his mind and goes for it everything and loses the game, right? After that, every game he came up small.
Like his hands.
Small. Yes.
Yeah.
Tiny hands.
He's the inverse of Jalen, right? It's a lot of efficiency, a lot of numbers in the regular season, but the bottom line, which is that what Jalen will tell you is all he cares about. And by the way, Jalen will be very aware of this list. I can guarantee you that Jalen will have this list front of mind for a while because this is the type of stuff that he picks out, tries to draw motivation from. I'm sure the Eagles will be aware of it. So yeah, it's even for someone who was bracing for like the Jalen Hurts, discourse in this list to be negative and kind of be surprising. This is even lower than I thought. The fact that he barely made the list. He's the last guy.
I was saying before the show, I was saying early at the beginning of the show, EJ, that the greatest thing in the world is that this list, you have two guys now on a stick it up your gigi revenge tour. Zach Wheeler, after the two-time All-Star snub, and then the following, hey, Zach, you want to come? Nah, man, bleep you. I'm not coming, all right? And then he got Hurts. And I'm with you. He knows all about this list. Oh, yeah? Oh, really? 17? And he'll make it his mission to learn the Mannion offense.
Oh, and absolutely. And we already knew that there was some motivation with the way things ended with AJ. The pressure that's coming from inside the Eagles organization on him. This is going to be added to the list. I remember I did a story on Jalen before the Super Bowl, before Super Bowl 59, and his dad talked about all this stuff fuels his fire. This is the type of stuff that he lives for. So, I'm not saying it's going to be amazing, but I can guarantee you that this will be a more encouragement for him. I mean, again, to have him bottom half of the NFL, to me, I'm looking at I'm looking at Sam Darnold, who has had a great couple years, and obviously, Super Bowl champion now. But these are the types of conversations that Jalen would have been in a year ago. And I think it does speak to how much things have changed, and in my opinion, unfairly so, with Jalen, and the way that the league feels about him. And that's the other part about this, like the way the league feels about Jalen, because I do think that this ranking is reflective of that. I think it aligns with something we've talked a lot about on the show, which is that the Eagles are polarized on Jalen Hurts. And this is going to be an important year for him. I think that this list shows you that it's not as crazy as it seems. The discourse around Jalen publicly, the way Eagles fans feel about him, it doesn't necessarily align with the way the Eagles feel about him. And I think we're seeing that play out going into the season. And I think this is a even further confirmation of it, that's kind of the sentiment around Jalen across the league, is that he's more, in line with the Baker Mayfields and Trevor Lawrences of the world, the guys you probably have to take a beat to decide if you're going to pay, relative to, guys like Jared Goff, Caleb Williams, Drake May. It's crazy that we're saying that, but those are the guys that the league is more bullish on.
Dude, it's the truth. I mean, you want to talk about a monster year for him? Like think about it. We have this list. You got the contract hanging over his head. You got AJ hanging over his head. And you have a new offense that he has to learn and has to flourish in. That's a lot. Like these 4 major factors are all on him. So in his mind, like, you know him better than I do. Here's my guess, is that he's like, this is it, man. Like, I want to show everybody. I want to go, hey, to AJ, hey, to Jeremy Fowler and all the executives, hey, to the people, all the people say I can't learn the new offense. And then it's like, I'll take a new contract extension.
Yep. Yeah. Sign on the dotted line. I mean, if you are a Jalen Hurts fan and if you've been following his career, you know that these are usually the moments that he responds. You know, it's like the Brandon Graham quote from the sideline, right? Like, they don't know Jalen Hurts like I know Jalen Hurts. I think that, you know, history would suggest Jalen will use this stuff and he will channel it in a way that affects the bottom line, which is, again, let's bring it full circle. That's why I can't believe he's ranked this low, is because he is a quarterback that cares so much about winning and has done almost exclusively that throughout his career. So when you're stacking him up against some of these other guys who haven't been able to do that, I have a hard time, you know, getting behind that. Like, we aren't even talking. We are not being like the types of people who are saying like, oh, he should be above Lamar. He should be above. I know the Herbert part of it, the conversation's its own thing, but I think we're pretty realistic about what we expect from Jalen and where he should be on this list. But even we're sitting here looking at this going like, how has the league swung this far on a guy who, you know, hosted a Lombardi Trophy 24 months ago?
Exactly. All right. Let's. I'm curious to see where you have this list. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, they got Allen. Who you got?
I still have Mahomes. I think that, you know, until Allen, I'm not saying he's not someone who can affect winning. Obviously, he is. He's a Super Bowl caliber quarterback, but I still have Mahomes number 1.
So do I. I got Mahomes number 1 too.
Yeah.
Number 2, I have Stafford.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. You got Josh?
I'm going Allen still, just because of the arm talent and just, you know, again, I think he is a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. I'd have him just above Stafford, I would say.
Because here's the deal. I think Stafford is he's just a walking like all he does. He's the best thrower in the league by far. Like, Mahomes is close, but even Mahomes can't pinhole it, mouse hole it like Stafford does. Like, he's ridiculous. Now, I know he's got McVay and, you know, Puka and all, but you see where that ball's always on the money. He's just a great arm.
He has completed the quarterback development arc, and now he is just, you know, the ultimate cheat code in a way that we see some of these veteran quarterbacks become. And
that's why I got him over Josh. But
if you're telling me I got to have like a game-winning drive, I still want Josh Allen and the sheer force of will that he has in those situations. It's tight, but I would say I'd take Allen and the physical traits over Stafford there.
All right, I go Burrow. I'm sure you go Joe 4.
Joe 4. And then I have Lamar number 5 too, for sure.
I got Lamar 5 too.
Yeah.
He had a down year, but
you could work me into Dak there, but I love Lamar. I don't want to knock him too much for the way last year.
I got Lamar 5. I just think he's another one that he doesn't have any weapons. He didn't play well, but you got Zay Flowers, who's 5'9".
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he really does not have a good supporting cast at all, and that's part of why he plays the way he plays. But yeah, I still think, you know, 2-time MVP, he still belongs in the top 5.
All right, so that's our 5. What's your 5, VG?
I do Stafford 1, Mahomes 2, Allen 3, probably Lamar, then Burrow.
Why you got Joe 5?
Burrow just can't stay healthy, man. That's part of it.
He's great though. He's a great quarterback.
My biggest hot take here might be that I'd have Caleb Williams probably. I'd have him 7. I'd have him a spot over Herbert. I know that might sound crazy, but I think that's where I'm putting
it sounds totally sane.
I'll be honest with you. I would agree. I
Yeah.
love, you know how I feel about Caleb. You and I gush over Caleb.
Yeah, we both were the ones who said we take Caleb over Jalen midway through last year.
Yeah. I
We got
love
some-
Caleb. I just think that dude, he took first of all, he got the coach. He's not getting there without the coach. That coach is everything. He got there, he made every right move. He see it. So I'm a believer. Like, I know people think that they're going to take a step back and all. I'm sorry. The pass he completes, was it Green Bay? What was the playoff game? Where he rolls, he rolled back 30 yards and he throws a seed into the end zone. I mean, nobody does that. No. Mahomes the only one on this list, maybe Allen, that does that. But his arm is just sick.
Yeah, if you're talking arm talent, which is what we both spent a lot of time thinking about, talking about.
Yeah.
He is one of the best in the NFL. And you're right, he's in a system now that leverages it. He's had to grow as a quarterback in that Ben Johnson system too, and he's been able to do that. That is a little bit of a projection on what I think will be next year, but I just think he's going to be awesome for a really long time.
Yeah, so do I.
Herbert. And then Dak, I think, belongs at number 6. I mean, I know you don't want to hear that, but he has become such an efficient passer,
Go ahead, VG.
Got some nice talent around him.
I hear you. And he's another one, like the antithesis of Jalen Hurts, like one of those guys, their record, especially in the postseason, speaks for itself. And the other guy, you have to really do some heavy lifting to talk about the regular season production. So I get where you're coming from, but I
go to the Drake better than the Dak.
No.
Like Drake May more than Dak Prescott?
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Dude had nothing. He had
no
nothing.
way.
He had an easy schedule, but he had no talent. Mediocre offensive line.
You watched the quarterback play?
No, I don't watch anything.
I know you don't. You don't watch it. You can't tell me.
I've never seen a game.
You can say whatever you want. That dude got the ball out. He gets the ball out.
He gets the ball out quick.
And it's on the money.
All right.
Like, it's the height.
He hasn't won a playoff game. Has he ever won a playoff game?
It's how you play, how you're supposed to play.
Well, you got a guy who can't win a playoff game.
Dude, your defense is horrendous. It's horrendous. Stop. Listen, I'm all about fandom and all, but you got to respect the game.
They made it far, but he wasn't playing well in the postseason. So I take Dak in that one.
So Dak, Caleb, Herbert.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Our friend Vince checks in. If Dak belongs at 6 and quarterback's the most overrated position.
Well, I know that Vinny feels that way. So
He's
Vinny,
smart. He knows what he's talking about.
Feels that the quarterback position, he would not pay anyone outside of the top 5. Like, in his mind, our friend Vinny would be like, listen, I'll pay Mahomes, I'll pay Josh, I'll pay Stafford, I'll pay Joe, and I'll pay Lamar. But I'm not paying anybody else.
I understand that line of thinking. I think 10 years ago, I felt the same way, because there were only so many guys that you felt like you could win a championship with. I think that the position has changed a little bit in terms of the talent pool, where you can feel like you can win with some of these guys. Now, Dak's playoff record is really, really tough to defend, but I think he is a caliber of quarterback that is capable of achieving that in the right situation. And I think Jalen is the same thing. I think Herbert's the same thing. I wouldn't get there with May. I wouldn't get there with Goff. Obviously, I said I love Caleb. And that's where that's why I have an issue with Jalen's ranking. So I understand the sentiment. Like, you don't want to get bogged down paying franchise quarterback money to a guy you can't win with or win because of. The trucks or trailers thing is what.
Well, the problem is, like, you have to win because of them.
Right.
That's my issue with paying Jalen. Like, if he took a team-friendly deal, I would be much happier, right? But my issue of having, now the cap goes up and the whole thing, but the percentage of it's a big deal. Like, of guys, here's the guys, let me ask you who you would pay, right? As much as I believe Dak is 6, I don't know if I want to pay him that ridiculous. Look what it did. It killed me on defense, right?
Yeah. I'd still pay him. I think you have to build your team smartly. You got to build like a 2024 Eagles defense where you have a lot of guys on rookie contracts, but I'd still pay him.
Herbert, I don't care what anybody says, and everybody rips him. If you watch, got balls. He takes shots. He got his offensive line was horrendous last year. They got banged up. He doesn't have a cast of weapons. He had no running game, and even against the Eagles, he led that team in rushing.
Yeah, he was insane. I mean, I would pay him. I would absolutely pay him.
I pay Caleb. I pay Daniels. They're young. I mean,
Help with Daniels is a thing, but I think you got to pay him.
You pay Daniels?
I would, but I would pay a lot of these guys relative to what our friend Vinny is saying here. You know, I understand the argument. Like once you're locked into that $60 million a year, it's going to make your roster building a lot more difficult if that guy's not going to win you games. So,
right. Like he has to win you games. Now, Caleb can win you games.
Yep.
Daniels, again, VG's right. If he's healthy, it's a big part of it. But if he's healthy, he can win you games.
Yeah.
The problem with Jalen is in 2022, he could win you games. But last couple of years, with him not running, that hasn't happened.
Yeah, I agree. I think obviously, you know, in the postseason, it wasn't like he was the primary driving force for them winning. But yeah, again, his Super Bowl performances speak for themselves. I think Jalen, you know, like if you're looking at it, I'm gonna look up like what is Darnold getting paid right now, because that's like the archetype. Because you know, paying these guys is also relative now, right? Like Darnold signed for $33 million, and it's like you can win a Super Bowl if Sam Darnold is your quarterback at $33 million. You can't win a Super Bowl if Darnold's your quarterback at 60, you know, because that changes your roster math completely. So
yes,
I think it's fair to say he falls somewhere in the middle. But the unfortunate reality for the Eagles is his stature in the game, his achievements in the game. I don't think he's going to fall in that middle ground. I think he's going to end up being closer to the top. And then you got to ask yourself, can you build a roster around that?
Yeah, no, I agree. So if we continue, we're at number 9. Do you go May or Hurts 9?
I mean, I'm not actually deciding. I put Hurts over May. I'm looking at everybody else that didn't make the top 10. I'm
Hurts
looking
at 9, and then you go May or Goff.
I'm going Darnold 10.
Darnold.
Yeah, I'm really out on Goff. I know that might.
I'm out on Goff too. I'm completely out on Goff.
He is like the exact like middle class of quarterback that our friend Vinny is talking about. You don't want to pay those guys. You don't want to be.
I agree.
To that type of contract for a guy who needs it to work around him the way that it does for Goff.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. Who am I missing? So will you have Darnold over May?
I have Darnold over May. Yeah, I don't think
May over Darnold.
Okay.
That's the only one we disagree with so far in our 10.
Darnold should sneak in there. I mean, we love Jordan Love, but he's not in the top 10 right now.
No, he's not. And as much as I think Jordan Love he still hasn't put it together, and he's not better than Hurts. As much as I thought he had a chance to be last year, he wasn't.
Yeah, Caleb is becoming what we would have thought Love could develop into.
Yeah, exactly.
Arm talent, extending plays, also able to do it in structure. Like Caleb is kind of fulfilling that ceiling more.
Let me ask you a question, because this guy, I just don't get. I don't get him a little bit. I don't understand why he gets all these accolades.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Who?
Purdy?
Yes.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I hate Brock Purdy. I do. I hate him. I think he blows. Like, I want nothing to do. Like, I think Mac Jones was just as good as Brock Purdy. I don't like him. I think Shanahan's the key to that thing. And I mean, to me, it's a joke that Jalen's behind Brock Purdy.
I agree. Is there any other sports analogy where like the Brock Purdy archetype of quarterback has like everything to thank Kyle Shanahan for. Like he wouldn't have survived in any other era. Like I'm sure he would have been fine, but he has really been a huge beneficiary of the fact that he is running an offense that is perfectly catered for what he's good at and minimizes everything that he's not good at. Like he is the most in structure, like, play action fakes quarterback in the NFL at this point. I mean, Goff is in there too, but it's like, would he like if like, is there another example of like like a 3-point specialist that came up in like the Houston Rockets era, where it's like this guy has so much he owes so much to like the Daryl Morey of the Daryl Moreys of the world or something like that. There's got to be another sports analogy like this, because it's like Purdy to me, like if you put him in a random offense in the NFL, it could get really ugly really fast.
Yeah.
Very much the beneficiary of that 49er scheme.
We got to take one. You got 2 seconds? We got to take a quick break. All right. I love this exercise. I freaking love it. Because there's a guy that I think I could be talked into putting ahead of May at 10 and ahead of Darnold. So
excited to hear.
I'll see if we agree on that. But first, let's talk about our friends.
Let's talk about big brothers and big sisters. Here at PHLY, we are so lucky to be partners with Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and something big is happening this Thursday. It's All Cities Day of Giving, supporting the amazing folks over at Big Brother, Big Sisters. And here's why it matters. Big Brothers, Big Sisters is built around one idea, that every kid deserves someone in their corner, a trained, screened adult mentor who shows up consistently, listens, and helps a kid see what's possible for their life. And that's the whole model, and it's changed outcomes for kids for over 100 years. Now, this program doesn't run on good intentions alone. It takes real support to make every match last. So this Thursday, join us here on PHLY YouTube channel, and we'll have a special donation link so you can help us fund this incredible organization. That's this Thursday with Big Brothers and Big Sisters and All City Network, because it takes a little to be big. Join us Thursday. For the past 30 years, Golden Nugget Jewelers has operated out of the very same location in the heart of Philadelphia. Customers from across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, even Baltimore, New York City have come to Golden Nugget Jewelers to find that perfect engagement ring, wedding band, or gift. Their staff is highly trained and dedicated to providing a personalized experience. I've gone there a couple of times. I had to replace a diamond in a ring. I had to get a necklace. They're not pushy. The staff is super informative. It's just a great shopping experience. They have a vast selection of engagement rings and wedding bands, along with high-end watches, fashion jewelry, sparkling diamond necklaces, bracelets, earrings, and everything else you could think of. You receive a final cleaning and written appraisal with every engagement ring purchase. And Golden Nugget Jewelers, they're family-owned. They've been operating since 1987, right there on Chestnut Street at 8th in downtown Philadelphia. You deserve an expert, and you deserve the best price. Golden Nugget Jeweler, where Philly gets engaged. Visit goldennuggetjewelry.com to learn more and get that special gift.
All right, back with EJ. I'll give you my guy that I think I could be talked to him. The more I think about it, if it's real, if what I saw last year is real, he's number 10.
I'm looking at the list. I'm trying to figure out who it is. I don't know if I can guess this one. Who are you thinking?
Sunshine.
Oh, yeah.
Sunshine played well last year.
Feels like you're taking a shot at Doug.
And who?
Doug and his offense and his tutelage.
Oh, well, I mean, I never thought Doug was a great coach, but I mean, I think Doug was a winner type guy. I don't know, but he's a great player coach.
Quarterback developer.
No, he wasn't a scheme guy. Like not like you have those McVay, Shanahan guys. Those guys, those offensive guys in this day and age. Doug would have been a really good coach in 2002, but you get it. The game evolves in a certain way. And what I saw from Lawrence last year, I was impressed.
Yeah, I mean, it's his first time, to your point, in this, in a McVay Shanahan influence scheme under Liam Cohen. I don't know what to do with Trevor Lawrence ever, really. He's talented. Like, you know that you look at him and then you look at, like the Jordan Loves or the Justin Herberts of the world, and you kind of think he could end up being a high ceiling guy, but I don't know. It's been so long in his career. So I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not saying I disagree with you. I think he could if he has second year with in the scheme. I think he could end up there, but I kind of keep him in that like Baker Mayfield tier where it's like he's a good pocket operator, decent quarterback, but not a guy I'd want to pay at the top of the market or close to it. He's getting
Yeah,
50.
I do think he's got the like. Let me ask you a question. Here's what I look at. I've always thought he had the ability. In fact, when he was bad, I'm like, it perplexed me. Like, why is this dude
Yeah.
not better? He's mobile. He's tough. He's got a great arm. Like, he should be so much better. Now, I don't know. VG, it could be Doug, right? Like, just didn't get the best out of him. Their line wasn't, the line should have been better. Now, you got Baselli running it now. And his first thing was to make sure that line was better. And the line was really good last year.
Yeah, and you're right. He's got all the talent. I mean, that's why he was drafted where he was drafted. It's like he is, he was like the quintessential franchise quarterback archetype. I'm a little caution. I'm a little wary just because he's never really put it together. But to your point, this system might be able to get the best out of him. I don't dislike it. I like, who did I have 10? I stuck
You had
someone.
May.
Or no, I know I
You had
stuck
Darnold. You had Darnold.
I feel okay about having Darnold ahead of him right now. I think Lawrence's ceiling is higher, but I think what we've seen from Darnold, I feel a little bit better about him at 10.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Of all the quarterbacks coming out of college over the last 20 years, like post Peyton, I thought Peyton was unbelievable. I thought Andrew Luck was a layup. Like, watch him at Stanford his junior year, and he came back. Watch him his junior. I thought he was easily was going to be a great quarterback. And then watching Lawrence at Clemson, I thought he was can't miss star.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, like he has legit arm talent, like on a rope, 40 yards downfield to the sideline. He's got that ability. And that's to your point. It's like it's always been weird why he hasn't been able to turn that into, game changing, throws or moments, throughout his career. So maybe this is the year. Maybe this is the year. It's a very you pick to have him 10 though. I can see it because you like arm talent. You like the big, strong quarterbacks, the same way I do. The way I'm surprised neither of us tried to sneak Jordan Love in here.
I know, but you know what? The problem is I'm down on him.
Yeah.
I'm down on him. He came up small. Like and there are times that I'm like, dude, what are you doing? As much as I love big, strong quarterback, and he's got a feathered arm, like he can feather it, but he's come up small, man. He's been disappointing to me.
Yeah, I think it's a confidence thing, and like an ability like to actually trust that arm talent. I think we don't see that as much with him as we do with Caleb or honestly Trevor Lawrence the last year or so. It's like when you look at Stafford, it's not just arm talent. Even as he's gotten older, all the arm angles and everything else. He trusts himself to fit it into those windows and trust himself in big moments. Kind of seeing the opposite from Jordan Love. So yeah, I'm with you. I think he's got the talent to be one of these top guys, but hasn't really shown it.
Hey, real quick, and just take a minute or two. So they did the tackles. Now we got to talk about this real quick. They go Sewell, Trent Williams. I get Tristan Wirfs, Mailata, Tunsil, Darnell Wright from the Bears. Lane number 7.
Ridiculous.
How is Lane number 7? Andrew Thomas, Joe Alt, and Garrett Bowles from Denver. Are you kidding me? How's Lane 7? I don't care that he plays right tackle.
You could walk into the Eagles locker room right now and ask Mailata who's the best tackle on the team.
That guy.
Right.
He would, without a doubt, say Lane Johnson. When I did my rankings, I ranked the Eagles roster last week. I had Lane as the best player on the team. I think most people in that locker room would agree that he is the best player on the team. So, to me, the right tackle thing, the fact that he was hurt last year, an older player, but I think he's pretty much, I think it's pretty unquestioned. Like, you're looking at it, you have Sewell number 1. Okay. I can understand that. Trent Williams, we could have a good debate about Trent Williams or Lane. Once you get to Wirfs, and then again, Mailata would say himself, that's where Lane belongs. I think you can't have him lower than 3, in my opinion.
I agree. I'm with you. Brother, I love doing this exercise with you. So much
This was
fun,
fun.
buddy.
Yeah.
we
No,
love.
this got me warmed up for our show. Yeah.
Let's do the other positions later in the week. We'll have some fun.
Yeah,
with it.
I love that. Love that. I'm in. Yep.
All right, cool. All right, brother. Great stuff. What time today? 2:00?
Today we got Clarence from DLLS joining. We're going to talk about Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts. So should be a fun one.
I love Clarence. It'd be fun.
Clarence is a man.
Tell him I said hello.
Yep. Absolutely, we'll do.
All right, thanks, brother.
All right, guys.
The great E.J. Smith. Let's take a quick TO, talk about our friends. How about we talk about TrueMark Credit Union? That's right. And let's talk about something I actually like. Something that actually rewards the way we spend our money. That's what we get with the Everyday Elite Visa credit card from TrueMark Credit Union. We're talking up to 4% cash back on eligible everyday purchases. How about gas? Like you go to the gas tank, my wife's car, it was like $85. I'm like, $85? Whoa, oh my God. And for a limited time, new cardholders also get 0% introductory APR on purchases for the first 12 months, then 17.99% APR after that. More cash back, less catch. Apply today, TrueMark.com, or you can stop by any of the TrueMark Credit Union's 24 branch locations. Again, you're talking gas, food, all kinds of stuff. Do it. Rates based on credit worthiness, 4% cash back on eligible purchases. Bonus categories capped annually. Restrictions apply. Visit TrueMark.com for details. Insured by the NCUA. You know it's officially summer when Hoagie Fest comes back to Wawa. I got to ask you, what's your Wawa order? Mine, I'm going classic Italian. I love my Wawa hoagies. Hoagie Fest is back this year, bringing even more value to the table. Right now, you get a shorty hoagie, wrap, or chicken sandwich, plus a bag of Hers chips and a small fountain drink for $6. You're extra hungry? It's only $8 for a classic meal. Whether you're grabbing lunch between meetings, fueling up before a game, or making a quick stop on a summer road trip, it's an easy, delicious meal at a great price. I love it. We stop on the way to baseball. Hoagie Fest, fuel up after, between games. Big flavor, great value, same Hoagie Fest energy we all know and love. But it's only here for a limited time, so get it while you can. Hoagie Fest is back at Wawa. Gotta have Wawa. All right, welcome back. Derby tonight. We got to go through the odds a little bit later on.
All right. It's going to be fun.
And a little bit later on, I have the last time the home run derby was in Philadelphia.
Looking far different than it's going to look tonight.
Oh, my God. 1996.
Wasn't good for folks like me. I believe the sun was out.
Well, it was blazing hot.
It's like pure daylight.
It was blazing hot.
Yeah.
What time was it?
I don't. It looks like it's 3 p.m.
I know.
And like half empty because everyone's working.
Yeah, it was bizarre. Like, it's amazing. One day, we got to pick a year. I want to do this little exercise. I want to pick a year that's not ancient.
Yeah.
Right? I want to do like what it was like in, like, say, maybe we should do 1996 or whatever, like 1999 to 2026, and look at each of the sports and how different they look.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
Like, think about that. Like, we're going to talk, like, Tim Cato's fantastic. Does a great job. The All-NBA show on All City Network with Legs.
Yeah.
I love him. He's a great basketball guy. And he's coming up to talk to us from Summer League. So I'm excited for it. Where the Baron Philon has been the man.
Looks ridiculous.
But imagine in the late 90s, the Knicks were a big deal, right?
Yeah.
But the Knicks were playing games in the 80s and 90s.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, you were like, if you got to 92, like, that was a win. It's crazy. So we should do that little exercise. But first, here's the deal. Love Philly Hours coming up. And yeah, Tim Cato, unbelievable, great basketball guy. And he's at Summer League. And LeBaron Philon has been unbelievable. Also, I want to ask him about LeBron and what he's hearing about LeBron, the whole thing. Lots to get to. All right, Love Philly starts now. Philadelphia doesn't pretend. Philadelphia is. It's not just a title, Love Philly. It's a feeling. It's a heartbeat. A city that never asked for permission to be itself. That's us, right? That's our personality. Philadelphia doesn't pretend. Philadelphia is. And now in 2026, the world comes back to Philadelphia. Not just to remember, but to celebrate. The show isn't just about what's happening. It's about who we are while it's happening. Because Philadelphia isn't a backdrop. It's a character. It's the voice that tells it like it is. The guy at the end of the bar who doesn't sugarcoat a thing. It's the family that's been on the same block for generations. It's the artist, the athlete, the builder, the believer. It's the lifer, the dreamers, the grinders. It's all of us. And that's what Love Philly's about. We're going to sit with people that make this place go. The ones who built it, the ones carrying it, the ones pushing it forward, the legends who left their mark. Not just the championships, not just the headlines, but the moments in between. The way the city shows up for itself, the way it refuses to be anything other than real. And through it all, we're going to remind ourselves and show the world what Philadelphia is. It's not just a stereotype. It's not a punchline. It's a foundation. It's a force. It's a city that gave birth to a nation and never stopped building. So as the country turns 250 and the spotlight finds Philadelphia again, this is our moment to tell the story the right way. Not polished, not filtered, real, authentic, proud. Because this city just doesn't rise to the occasion. It defines it. This is Love Philly. Love Philly brought to us by Wawa. Wawa loves Philly, and we love our Wawa. Thanks to our friends at Wawa for sponsoring this hour. And joining us, I'm very excited, from the All-NBA show, All Cities show, with my main man, Legs, Tim Cato from Summer League joins us. Timmy! What do you say, brother?
What's up? What's up? What's up? How are we?
I
almost hit you with this, because yes, this is my first appearance in today, but I'm here. I'm glad I'm here. You know how Vegas is.
I know. God bless you, buddy, for doing this. I know it's early out there. I know last night.
Happy to.
Have you been back to your hotel room yet?
I thought about doing a little Bay. I did get a little sleep tonight, so I'm gonna be okay. I'm doing the DLS show here in a couple hours. But yeah, I mean, I can see the sphere from where I'm sitting right now in my hotel room. A little bit earlier, it had the little emoji thing. You've been to Vegas, I'm sure. You've
a million times.
Yeah, I remember the first time I was in Vegas and I saw the sphere. It was coming home late one night. It was like probably 3 a.m. and it lit up like the moon. And it was the only thing that indicated it was nighttime in the entire city, was that this enormous sphere, this enormous like neon ball, just like, oh, we're going to be the moon today. And I'm like, okay, that is a sign that I should be going to bed. The rest of the city, no indication. So, but okay.
I had to spend 3 weeks in Las Vegas after the Tyson. I covered the bite fight, right? And it was the Tyson Holyfield bite fight. And because he did that, he was going to get his license suspended. And so there was a hearing in Las Vegas. So my editor was like, dude, you got to stay and cover the hearing. And it like lingered. And after 3 weeks in Vegas, I was like, I got to go home, man. I got to get out of this place. It was driving me nuts. Oh, God, it was horrible. Like Vegas is let me go do some summer league, right? Cover a fight, whatever it is. 4 days max. Man, you can't be doing 3 weeks here, brother.
3 weeks is tough.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad you're still here with us. So
yes.
I'm getting out tomorrow, and it's always, for me, I usually do about 5 or 6 days in summer league. It's always 1 day too many. It doesn't matter how many days I book. The day before I leave, I'm like, it should have been today.
Yes. yes. So I got to ask you about our guy, because LeBaron Philon has been unbelievable, dude. I mean, the Sixers are obviously huge story of the league with Jaylen Brown, and I want to ask you about it. But first, have you seen Philon, and what do you see from him? Like, he looks really explosive. He could play could be a lead guard, could score it, is really fast.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit. You know how it is in Vegas. You know,
Yeah.
I'm here in the stands. I'm talking to somebody, and then I'm talking to somebody else. Then I'm talking to somebody else. But I was at one of his games. You know, I saw that. You know, he had a lefty finish, not off glass, just kind of like just floated it in. Like, that popped to me. I remember being in the gym for that. I thought it was a little bit weird that he so definitively fell out of the, coming into the draft. He so definitively fell out of the guard tier that went in the lottery. I think that's right, but I also I just found it weird that he wasn't, even considered on the same tier. Like Braden Burries, someone who I think is going to be a nice player. I think he's going to be one of those, if at best case scenario is going to be one of those Derek White types.
Yeah.
And Derek White, great player. Every team wants a Derek White. I'm not saying Braden Burries is like for sure going to be that. I understand why he went though in the lottery. It's surprising to me that Philon with that type of upside, with that type of obviously like off the dribble burst, just somebody who, there's a chance he's a, if he hits at his 98, I was going to say 99th percentile. I don't think it's that much of a hit. Like his 80th or 90th percentile hit is going to be somebody who is, at best, at worst, like a second option for a good solid team. Not to double down too much on Philly, but like there's moments he has a little Maxey in him, like you're watching and you're like, this is the burst, this is the drive, this is the creativity of a Tyrese Maxey. Now,
right, that's speed.
Yeah,
it's the speed, it's that burst.
Exactly.
Man. That's right.
Yeah, and it's like, this as well as I do. Not every guard can be Tyrese Maxey. In fact, pretty much almost any guard cannot be Tyrese Maxey, but the fact that I see that in him every once in a while, that the fact that I see the chance for that upside, I'm surprised he was so definitively not a lottery pick by the time, the draft rolled around. Great pick for Philly, great future for him. Excited to see his career, excited to lock into him a little bit more than I did, when I was a little busy talking to everybody in
sure.
the stands at Summer League. But man, everything coming into the draft that I saw from him, I'm a fan.
So, Timmy, let me ask you, you're talking to everybody, everybody's there. It's the convention, the whole nine. What's the word on the Sixers and Jaylen Brown?
People that I've talked to just say, man, like, to get off Paul George's contract and to get somebody that good, just a win, just absolutely a win. Weirdly enough, the contract, the player acquisition I've heard the most about in terms of like positive, we love that Philly did this, is Anthony Simons. And I know, obviously, I run in nerd circles that people are talking more about Anthony than Jaylen Brown. But I've heard a lot of good stuff about Philly. I've heard a lot of people say that, they're one of the winners of the offseason, if you will. Somebody who, like didn't have a lot of options and, turned it into something really nice. So definitely a lot of people are high on them. I don't know where they land in the East yet. Obviously, a big question here, and I'm sure we're going to get to it, is, where does LeBron go? Like, we're, unfortunately, even though it's July 13th, some summers it means that everything is decided. This one, still a few moving parts. We'll see exactly where everything falls. But absolutely, Philly is one of those teams that people are saying, look at their summer, look what they did. Very, very impressed, very nice, and more importantly, did more than people thought they could. Like, this was not a summer that was predicted. We knew a few months ago that Miami was going to be going after Giannis. Like, there's things that we knew in advance that might happen. We knew which teams are going to be active and pushing. Philly was not on the list of they're going to go get Jaylen Brown, but they got Jaylen Brown, great player, and I'm really excited to see that team next year.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at how fast they are. Forget about LeBron for a second. If you just look at what it is now, and you got Brown, Maxey, Edgecombe. Edgecombe's a really good player. And you look at those three and how fast they could play, how they could score the ball. And, Legs, who's a dear friend of mine, we were talking about playing with Embiid, without Embiid, and how you could be, Nick Nurse should be able to navigate games when he's in the game, when he's not in the game. Like, there's a way you could play. And then off the bench, I mean, I love Simons. I thought that was a great move. You got Simons and Philon off the bench. That's pretty good. That's formidable. And Harper, who's a very athletic big.
And you know what Jaylen Brown is to me? He is one of the best floor raising players in the NBA. And with Embiid, and we all love Embiid, and we're praying that we get the healthy Embiid, the best Embiid at the right times, because I love watching that man play basketball. Bringing in one of the best floor players in the NBA to a team when you know that Embiid's going to miss some time here and there, that sometimes he's just not going to be at his best, that makes Embiid's life so much easier. That is such a perfect synergy, I think, to me. It meshes so well. Still wish they had a slightly better backup big. I like Kukporty, but it does kind of feel like the constant rotation and cycle of.
Well, you need a four. Like, you desperately need a four. Like, you need rebounding help. Like, they, and if Embiid's going to be a part-time player,
and Oubre obviously is a small forward. Like, I'd love one more big body, big size person in there for sure.
Right. So I'm sure the talk's all about LeBron. So what are you hearing?
Man, I wish I was hearing more. you know how Clutch and Rich Paul operate. It does feel a little bit like those like online quizzes you can take, and it's like you fill out all the answers, and it's like you're this version of this, and I'm kind of looking at it, and it's like, LeBron, do you want to be Miami LeBron and you just want to live it up a little bit more? Your last year, do you want to be Cleveland LeBron and you want to do the
wrap the story?
Exactly. Do you want to be Warriors LeBron, where it's more like to me, if the whole thing happened with and he ended up with the Warriors in Golden State, in San Francisco, it would feel less like a real contender and more like a bachelor party, like this is your last chance.
Right. But that's a great analogy. Timmy, that's a great analogy. It's like a bachelor party. You're right.
Yeah, and it's just like it's your one last chance at freedom. Like, go enjoy it with your boys, man. And I would love that too. I'd love watching that team. I don't think LeBron on the Warriors means that they're going to win a title, but it'd be a lot of fun to watch these, retiring greats, these retiring guys, just move on. Anthony Davis was obviously a part of that rumor as well. And that's when that analogy came to me, where it's just like all these guys who are going to be, in the Hall of Fame, just living it up for one more season. That would have been fun. I unfortunately, I don't have any sense of exactly where it's going. I did really enjoy when Rich Paul went on the podcast, and obviously I've been in Dallas for a long time. And next to Dallas, he just wrote oil, golf, Africa, and it's just beyond parody sometimes.
It's great. It really is great.
Yeah.
You know what? I could make the argument that if Bron wants to win, the best place for him to go to win is Philadelphia. I mean, we just got done telling you that there's a huge hole in the 4 spot, right? And if you insert Bron at the 4, Dean Wade comes off the bench, so you're deeper. And Bron doesn't have to worry about, carrying the scoring load because of Brown and Maxey. He's got Embiid, who he likes. He loves Maxey. Maxey's a clutch guy, right? And all they're really missing is LeBron's winning DNA.
It makes sense to me. I think there's 2 teams in the NBA right now who kind of have a glaring hole. Maybe glaring might be a little too strong, but you know what I mean. Philly is one. Minnesota is the other.
Yeah.
I am not sure that 41, 42-year-old LeBron James just can handle LaMelo Ball.
No.
So maybe Minnesota's just off the table. Like, I remember seeing clips of like him and Bronny messing around like on the hoop outside their house or whatever. And Bronny saying stuff like basic Gen Z stuff that even I know. And LeBron's confused. So that to LaMelo, that might be too much of a culture shock for him.
Yeah.
Maybe Philly's a little bit more his speed. I still think it's going to be Cleveland, and I think it's going to be the that's what I will say. Like, I don't know for sure what is actually going to happen. My sense from Summer League, the people I've talked to, most people think it's going to be Cleveland.
You know what's funny? I was having this conversation with Legs and then somebody else. For it to be Cleveland, don't they have to move Harden for Kyrie? Like, I think the Mavs are secretly could possibly a part of this equation, because wouldn't Kyrie make sense? Like, I don't think LeBron wants to play with Harden, and maybe there's a 3-way trade, a 3-team trade where Kyrie goes back to Cleveland with LeBron. Harden goes, pick your spot, and then the Mavs get picks back.
I mean, that would be the perfect coda, wouldn't it? If this is all about storybook, if this is about like like LeBron almost feels like the Taylor Swift of the NBA. If he's just setting up the perfect story, the perfect marriage, the perfect like that would be beautiful. I haven't thought out this hypothetical yet, and I'm pulling up right now. Just like Spot Rack. I'm looking at the numbers. I think that would work. I think that makes sense to me. Like I said, I'll have to flesh it out a little bit. I would love that. I think that'd be fantastic. LeBron's also doing the thing that a lot of NBA players do and then don't end up doing, where he's like, oh, I'll take the minimum, I'll take no money to go to the perfect team. Maybe he will, though. He's made a lot of money in his career. Maybe that's the one reason. It's like, if it is Cleveland, then like it shouldn't be about the money. It should be about whatever. If you want to end your career that way, I think that'd be beautiful. By the way,
I just don't see him play with Harden. Like, Harden's not his cup of tea. So, what do you think?
They had a Team USA together, at least one for sure. I hear you. I think they'd be fine. I think it's kind of like that mutual, like we're both near the end. But yeah, James Harden, to be fair, is not a lot of people's cup of tea.
Right. I just thinking he loves Kyrie. Like, is Kyrie
100%?
Your team is fascinating because of Flag. Watching Cooper is you must have a ball watching him every night.
Oh, dude, it's like it feels like the guy who's like how are you getting this good this quickly? Like it's like a scary growth.
Yeah. Like you figure he could score, but the scoring clip, the games where he exploded, the 50-point nights, like, what are you kidding me? That was unbelievable.
dude, yeah. He is. It's what I said. I mean, I'm trying to think of something else to say about him, and it's like that is the thing to say about him.
Yeah.
It is crazy to have watched him in October, and then to have watched him in March and April, and he is like 19. He is still a teenager.
I know, it's sick.
How much better he got is nuts. It's like I don't know, like one of the Alien movies, and the alien births, and then it's huge within like overnight. It's scary, man.
Yeah, it really is, brother. It is. Listen, you're terrific. Love the show. We love DLLS, and of course, Kati is our girl, man. We love her. We share.
She's the absolute best.
Yeah, she really is. So when you get back there, give her a hug for me, all right?
Absolutely can do.
All right, be safe out there. Get rest when you get home, buddy. All right, have fun. Thanks,
I can do that.
See you, pal. Tim Cato covers the NBA for All City and our sister network in Dallas.
Yeah, I love him already talking about Philon's floater, finishing with his left.
Dude, he's freaking awesome.
Watching him just
work the
court with misdirections. They're going to be, as Bill Raftery will say, a lot of lingerie on the deck this year.
Lingerie on the deck. That's great. All right. That's fantastic, man. That's I'm excited.
And props to him, man. Was it 8:30 in Vegas?
Yeah.
9:30. I mean,
yeah.
A little early.
Yeah. All right. We'll take a quick TO. Bro, come on in, bro. We're going to talk a little derby with the bro. You have all the odds for every participant?
Of course.
Let's talk some All-Star game with the bro. That's coming up next. First, a word from our friends. Let's talk about the BetPark Sportsbook online casino app because, yes, that's what it is. We're talking about the Derby, the All-Star game. Tomorrow, the first semifinal.
Vive la France!
France and Spain. That's a heavyweight.
Hey, by the way, everyone who mocked me on Friday saying both teams would score on that Spain game in Belgium, I cashed. Stick it.
There you go. You were like on the revenge tour.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to.
Spain hasn't given up a goal all tournament.
All right. Well, I'm rooting Spain against your French.
Oh, nice. We got a little war.
Yeah.
A little European war.
Lamine Yamal. That's my man. I want to see the kid.
Came up a little small.
They won. What else you want? Check out the BetPark Sportsbook online casino app for all your action right there. BetParks.com has all the details for every perk you get, including 500 spins on the soccer game. Go, go, go. Collect them. And up to $500 casino bonus back. Got to be 21 PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. Gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Let's talk about Xfinity and your Wi-Fi. Think about it, man. If I can tell you, you can have reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and keep it the same price for 5 years. You go, really? I go, yeah, that's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you notice them. Super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. Lets you stream the game even when the whole family's online. All your devices work in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And the best part, no annual contracts, no hidden fees. Xfinity's best equipment included. Take it from me, a lot changes in 5 years. Dreams, kids grow bigger. Yeah, championships are won. I mean, you name it, right? But your Wi-Fi should stay reliable. The price should stay put. Lock in your price. Unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. All right. Now joining us, our man from the all PHLY. I always get creeped out when he gets close to me.
What's going on with this dragon fruit punch?
I don't know. He's a weirdo. He's a freak.
You don't dragons?
He comes in with something crazy.
Who hates dragons?
He's just a freak.
Complete hydration. Roar.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I like it.
Good morning, bro.
What's up?
All right. All-Star. This is awesome.
The girls are pumped up tonight.
All right. You going to watch it with the girls?
Yeah. So my...
on Derby?
Yeah, I was explaining it to her the other night. New format this year, too. I like that they got rid of the clock.
Yeah, the older, bigger guys need a little breather.
Yeah.
I
love the derby.
I'll be honest with you.
You like the clock?
I do. I like the unlimited.
Yeah, I guess they went to it so guys aren't super selective, waiting for like the right pitch every single time. So they went to the clock to speed it up, but now they're getting away from it.
I mean, just watching those dudes like, now,
which one
about that?
Yeah, which one would you rather go to, tonight or tomorrow?
You know, it's close, but I think I take the game.
Yeah, me too.
It is
close.
It's close, and I love the home run derby, but in the end, the game is still the game.
Yeah, and you get to see all those players. And
although this year I may boycott it because of Zach.
Stand with Zach. Yeah. I love him being like, no, bleep you.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Good for him.
Yeah, I love it. All right, let's go over the odds for the home run derby. All right, and then I want to talk a little Phillies with you.
Yeah.
But the odds are, you have it, Mr. Oddsman.
Yep. Schwarber plus 300.
Schwarber 300.
Caminero plus 425. The Southside Samurai plus 500.
I like him.
Yeah, that's right.
He was neck and neck with Schwarber before he got hurt.
Caglione plus 700. Jordan Walker plus 800. Bryce Harper plus 800. Ben Rice plus 850. Wilson Contreras plus 1400.
Bryce is plus 800?
So his pitcher, Dino,
yeah,
he's like a hack, people are saying.
Yeah,
yes.
Bringing in a kind of a ringer.
Yeah, which I like.
You like it?
Yeah.
I don't know. You bring in a Dodger guy.
Greatest showman at home. He wants to win the Derby.
He's so anti Bryce Harper. It drives me
to go Dodgers
every day.
Jules, nobody on the Phillies.
He criticizes Harper every day. Every day.
Nobody on the staff can throw on the ball.
I can't stand him.
Garrett Stubbs.
Stand you.
Oh, God. Every day he criticizes
Dino
Harper.
puts it right in the sweet spot, man.
Sure. I mean, if that's what you need. If that's what
so
you need.
Bad. I hope he wins it.
I think he was pitching the final balls to Schwarber.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
Did you have a problem with Schwarber getting pitches from him?
Well, he didn't bring him. He didn't just go hire the guy. This is my guy. I'm bringing in the ringer.
I hate you. I got him.
Put on a tee for him.
I can't stand him. Oh.
I kind of like Murakami odds though a little bit.
Yeah, that's where the value's at.
I'm anti. Anything he says, I root against.
But Junior Cavanero's got like the sizzle, you know?
He does.
Dude, he's got
a lot of hype coming in on him.
Yeah, he's nasty.
Let me ask you a question though. That Ben Rice.
This is a great derby.
He's nasty, and he's got long odds.
Yeah, 850.
Yeah, 850.
Ben Rice has got some long odds. Ben Rice is pretty nasty.
Odds wise, Ben and Bryce are pretty good bets there.
Just taking a shot, right?
Bryce is clutch. He's at home. Like, you know he wants to win this.
Yes, and you know
that's where it gets the best of him. He wants it too much. He's gonna try too hard. Schwarber's just gonna be nice and cool. The Samurai, a slice through,
dude.
That's the best of him.
Surprised you guys have made it 3 hours this long.
Dude,
I'm killing him.
15 minutes into the show, I was talking about his chin as a bullseye. Where do we stand with his arms, dead arm for
me, Ben,
Big
and
Brothers?
VG will take dead arms from Cuz on Thursday for Big Brothers Big Sisters fundraising day. I offered
me to be the steady arm, but that's not happening.
I did say me and Ben would come in and take some dead arms from you. Spread it out.
Can we try one right now?
Nope. Nope. Got to wait for Thursday. Black Gritty, get the donations ready for Thursday. You can watch VG get a dead arm.
Oh, man.
You can't kill him, though.
What do you mean?
I'm going to I'm going to wear 12 shirts. My heart's going to...
Yeah, you can't accidentally miss and, take the jaw out.
Yeah, my attorney will be watching this episode. Spencer,
you signed the waiver, man. There's no such thing as your attorney, man. That's what it is. We went to the Metallica concert. I told you the story. Joe Ben.
No, maybe. Were you in the pit?
Yeah, well, I don't know. This is like years ago. Not even that long. But we were at this Metallica concert, and the next day, Joe Ben's wife wakes him up. Oh my God, your arm is purple. It's purple.
You were just punching him all night?
I just was wailing on him. And he said his whole arm was like black purple from elbow to
Now,
shoulder.
what part of the concert are you feeling the need to punch people? Why do you punch people at a concert?
When doesn't he punch people?
Metallica.
I've seen Metallica 12 times. I've never been punched.
Boys to Men tomorrow night, singing the anthem. He's gonna be punching people.
Nah.
He's fired up. Patty,
It's only like,
he's gonna be like, Moss, come on.
we're all of our friends. Like, oh, that's how we did it. My cousin was the king of it.
The dead leg days used to be great.
Yeah, like, come on. You grew up that way.
Yeah.
You punch to the arm, but the leg.
Oh yeah,
the
we used to
whole-
play nights, the light switch and doorknob, just as an excuse to
Like,
punch
what,
people.
What boys didn't do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Lead the fifth.
I mean, nothing. I mean, it was part of it. All right. So I want to show you what the home run derby looked like back in the day, bro.
Like 96 back in the day, or like 78.
1996. The last time the home run derby was here. Jules, could you fire that up? Yeah.
I got a fun fact for you too. If
Really?
we need a little buffer time for Julia. Lachlan, who covers the Phillies from the Inquirer, you'll love this because it's life is a circle. Ant. The last Dylan C starting for the AL, Christopher Sanchez starting for the NL. The last AL starter to start the All-Star game from Toronto, Roy Halladay. The last NL starter to start for the Phillies, Roy Halladay.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, Lachlan Marsh, I believe was her last name from the Inquirer. She had that. I was like,
That's
beautiful.
That's a great. I love it.
little
Doc.
nugget. Yeah.
Double doc.
Yeah.
Love the doc.
So that's cool. It's gonna be cool to see Sanchez tonight. It's kind of a bummer. Rangers not pitching. I would have liked to have seen him get a moment. But you got the big Amish coming, a local kid. You got McGonigle, obviously. You got Trout. So there's a lot of like Philly pride.
Hurts is hurt.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, that's
thumb
right. He
injury,
doesn't.
yeah.
Yeah. What a great nickname that is. The big
Big Amish.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's fantastic. All right.
Look at the
This
vet.
is
They
1996.
say this is 8 o'clock. This game took
At the
place.
vet.
There's no way 8
8
o'clock.
p.m. That's right.
7th, so, right?
We're on the Arctic Circle.
Yeah, second, 451.
Empty it up top.
Yeah, that's wild.
Can't get in the building tonight for like less than 9.
I was there that day, by the way. Dude, look at that. Second deck. I was there that day, man.
Was that a steady pitcher back then too? Was that just like a Phillies
Look
bullpen?
at that one, dude.
Found the right music for it.
Joe Morgan was there. with
Yeah.
Morgan. Look at this.
That'll do it.
Oh, man.
Best baseball player ever.
Has stroked 3 home runs, and Mark McGwire just threw the towel.
Over McGuire. I mean, not for nothing, man.
That's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
That was great.
You said.
Did you see the stat on Schwarber? Speaking of McGuire, first 5 years with the team, Major League Baseball history. Babe Ruth had 230. I'm going off memory here on the numbers. 230 in his first 5 years with the Yankees. Number 2 is Mark McGwire with, I think, 218. Kyle Schwarber, number 3 at like 216. So he's going to pass McGwire and has a chance to catch Babe for the most home runs in a 5-year span with his team.
Wow.
He's been insane the way he's just gotten better and better.
It's unbelievable.
He
Yeah.
was like a 35, 38 home run guy before
Yeah.
he came here.
You have like
Well, he became a better hitter. So, like,
Yeah.
his
here's the
career
thing.
high prior to the Phillies was 38. His career low with the Phillies is 38.
Yeah. Like, well, if you notice about him, what's so impressive about him is that he became such a really good hitter.
Yeah.
He couldn't hit lefties before.
And he's gotten better every
And
single
now he rakes lefties. Now he reminds me the best hitter in baseball, in my eyes, right now, even better than Ohtani, is Alvarez. Jordan Alvarez,
He's
to
a
me,
beast. Yeah.
is the best hitter in baseball.
He's a freak.
He hits lefties. Like, he'll take lefties yard. And Schwarber is reminding me of the way he handles power lefties, the way Alvarez does.
Yeah. Yeah, and his on base, his control at the plate, like he's unbelievable. You can make the case between Harper, Wheeler, and Schwarber. They're the 3 greatest free agent signings in Phillies history.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Easy.
And I don't know what the right answer is because you can make the case for all three of them.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's truly.
What would you say is your gut of those three?
I go Wheeler.
It's kind of hard to not say Wheeler because pitching's such a premium.
He's just been like the best over 6 years.
Yeah,
Harper's been an MVP and Schwarber's putting up historic home runs.
Right. Like, if you think about it, I think, Wheeler's been the class of his, like, you go through it, like, you've seen Schoolboy, you've seen Steve.
The past 7 years in baseball,
Right.
he's the best pitcher
Right.
statistically.
Right. Like, so since he's got, and, all the talk was, can he stay healthy? Well, he stayed healthy.
Yeah, and then some. Came back from a thoracic outlet, rib removal.
Right. Which is why.
And he's better.
Which is why, I'll be honest with you, I'm shocked that MLB just missed the boat.
I don't get it.
Like, I don't understand what Wheeler has to do. Like, it's the games in Philadelphia. I get Sanchez has been great. Wheeler should start.
Yeah.
I mean, for being the best pitcher in baseball over the last 7 years, the games in Philadelphia, for coming back from that, losing a rib, coming back from that ailment, it's and by the way, let's just put it out there. The Phillies, their run over since the awful start coincided with Wheeler coming back.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
this wasn't like, Donnie baseball. This was Zach Wheeler came back to the rotation.
Yeah, and you lost Taijuan Walker, and it wasn't a white flag every fifth day. Now you kind of have that with
since Wheeler returned, with Wheeler, Santi, Luzardo on the mound are 35-7.
That's insane.
35-7.
You saw Luzardo the other day was sick.
He's been a freak his last 6 starts.
Yeah, he's got great. Like, that was a great signing. Like,
yeah,
I give Dombrowski. Like, that was a great one. The Nolan one is obvious, but the Luzardo signing was really good. You know how much I love the Lizard. I love his stuff, the whole thing. It's why Wheeler, it's why I keep going back to the same thing, which is if you have those three in a series, you got a great chance to win.
Yeah, that's why I'm becoming, I think Chapman's my number one desire right now. Because
you don't have enough to get Chapman.
I know. The problem is every playoff team's going to want Chapman, so it's going to be a bidding war. But you need, like, this bullpen has me shook. I'm okay with the offense. Pitching rotation's great. Outside of Duran, who you got?
Well, here's
Big bad John Bolin is like your best option right now.
Yeah, here my fix is Gage Wood. My fix is
I think he's going to be up late August, early September.
Well, I slow play it as long as he's got playoff eligibility. I get look at that rule.
Sure,
but I just want him for the playoffs, and I want to limit the book on him. So he's coming out, and they're not used
David
to
Price role.
Yeah, and they don't know what to expect. And he's my bridge to Duran.
Yeah. That was cool, the Futures game. It's cool, everything going on in town.
Oh, it's been great, man.
Seeing Gage Wood take the mound for the NL and that was really cool. I accidentally dropped the girls off at the Arch Street entrance to the convention center, and Addie called me, and she's like, we have to enter on the Broad Street side. The draft's going on.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's like kind of a cool accident.
Right, the draft there. No, it's been
seeing Jimmy like hitting dingers in Market Street with the Govs.
Yeah,
like, it's been very cool.
Did you see Manfred announce the pick?
Yeah, he botched the first Chalowski.
Yeah,
Chalowski.
He said Chalowski. It's Chalowski.
This guy's been ranked as like the #1 player for.
Everybody knew about him.
Yeah. He butchered it. Classic.
With the first pick of the 2026 MLB Draft, the Chicago White Sox select Rock Chalowski, a shortstop from UCLA.
What are you doing, man?
All right. I want you to rank the commissioners. All right. Hate. Like, rank the hate of your commissioners. All right.
Is there a likable one?
We
know you love Raj.
I do.
Yeah,
I like Raj.
Yeah.
I'm a Goodell guy. I like Goodell. I give him a big hug. If I see Raj,
you dap him up?
I would dap him up and hug him up. I would. After that, it's a race for hate.
Yeah.
And I'll throw the FIFA guy in there too.
Oh, that guy. Cro-Magnon, man.
That dude's he's like Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
He's like a Bond villain in modern day.
Like sitting on his lap.
It's unbelievable.
All right, I think I might have a take here. I think Manfred is a boob, clearly. I think he's improved the game a lot the last couple years. I'm pro pitch clock. I'm pro ABS. The speed of the game, 2.5 hours is so much more palatable. I know it's baseball and there's no time. I think Manfred's actually done an okay job.
Well, this is a big offseason for him coming up.
Yeah. Sure, the labor negotiations. I could hate
his career.
Yeah, December 2nd, I might be cursing his name.
No, I agree. I think the
Manfred's
changes
done
the game's
well.
good. I agree.
It's popular amongst kids again. Like there's an
I
energy
agree.
to it again.
I agree.
So I guess I would.
I think that's right.
I think I would put Manfred second. I think Silver's kind of like blowing it.
So do I.
Like I think they overexpanded.
He gets lucky.
Yeah,
he's a lucky dude
because of the TV deals.
Right, the TV deals. Nobody watches the
No.
regular season.
Who likes the regular
Who's
season?
watching Peacock those regular season games? And like they have A-list announcers. Like I feel bad. Tarico's doing it and all this stuff.
So we putting Bettman third and Silver fourth?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think Silver. I think his cousin.
that episode
Jules?
was playing out at the couch the other day.
My uncle.
Old Nosferatu.
Yeah. Jules.
What has Bettman done?
Not been Silver.
Yeah. Here they go.
He generates some money.
I
mean, the NHL's product's good.
We just been waiting to get
regular season matters.
Yeah.
Playoffs are awesome. Yeah, I agree.
He's not tinkering with it. Like
it's not even close.
Silver's kind of a
Silver just gave the league to LeBron.
Yeah.
And we're here, LeBron.
Yeah, hijacked the league for 3 weeks in
Yeah.
summer.
I feel like we've been waiting for the NHL to become like nationwide as popular as like the NBA.
I don't think it ever will be.
Yeah, what are you nuts?
I think because basketball, every single person can play. You can grab a ball and go outside and shoot hoops.
Never come close to popularity.
I've never been on ice with a
kind of take
stick.
is that?
You know, like
Dude, they've been in fourth, like woefully in fourth forever. What are you talking about?
It's hockey. The sport itself
It's niche.
is a Canadian sport. It's on ice. Like, what are you, nuts? Like, what, people in Alabama are wailing for hockey?
Go down to Talladega, play me some puck.
Exactly. Like what are you doing? Like,
He's laughing at me. Silver over Bettman.
that's just
Bettman
because
hasn't
he's
grown the game at all.
He's a creature
What's the
like
chat
you.
saying?
He's a bloodless creature.
What we
like
got?
you.
There's some Goodell. Just a lot of
Like
Goodell
it-
talk.
Bettman's just, I mean, he's kind of in a no-fail situation.
Yeah, but he's Raj, man. I like Raj. I'm down with Raj.
I might put Manfred first. This is a wild conversation.
Nah, he's not over Raj. Raj, come on. Yeah,
What's Raj do?
Well, it doesn't matter.
He
What does
defends a
Raj
bunch.
do?
He defends
king.
perverts.
Right.
What's that?
He defends the pervert owners.
You and I could run the NFL.
Yeah,
Come on.
we could run it.
Well, I know I could. But that's just that. But he's
Would you rather be an owner or Raj?
No, I'd rather be the commissioner.
I mean, he makes like $65 million a year.
No, I would love to be the commissioner. I have all my
I'd rather be a
ideas.
commissioner than owner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather own a team.
I mean, I just can't imagine anything like that. Like in a weird world, I can imagine myself as a commissioner. I can never imagine myself as an owner having that kind of money.
Like, yeah, Raj is pretty handsomely compensated too.
Yeah, well, then there's that.
That's fine.
But it'd be
I could live off $65 million a year. I think I can manage.
Dude, I think, and that was before. Now I think yours, it's even
I,
more.
don't- I hate looking
You
this
think
up.
about, you see what Tim Bontemps is doing?
No.
He's joining the Hawks front office.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see that.
That's what I'm saying. You got an into front office here.
I did see that.
Woj started it. Now Bontemps, Gargano, front office somewhere.
I would love that. Believe me, I would love that.
Where you at, Howie?
You know,
Where you at, Howie?
That's where I want to be. As much as I love basketball,
Front office, man.
as much as I love basketball, I want to be in football front office bad. I'm going to go see Spags. We're going to go.
Oh, yeah?
I'm meeting him today after the show.
Oh, nice. You going? Is Maria cooking?
Nah, we're going to go meet. He's got a family thing tonight.
Nice.
So we're going to go meet at Chickies at Egg Harbor.
Oh, nice.
He's in Avalon.
Nice.
So all my boys are down. Rule came in.
Oh, yeah?
He flew
Short
in.
week?
He flew in Saturday to do. There was a country concert, in Camden.
Dave Matthews was Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that was it. Oh, he went to Dave.
Yeah, he looks like a DMV.
He went
bro.
to Dave Matthews. That was it. Dave Matthews.
Is he is he private jet Matty these days?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is?
He flew in.
Wow.
Went to I got him reservations. He went to Lamberti's.
Nice.
He's like, "What do you got? You got anything near?" I go, "Yeah, I got Lamberti's. It's a great rate."
Yeah.
So we sent him over there. He went to the concert. Now he's in Cape May.
Nice. Good to be Matt.
I'll go visit him next week. Get my football fix.
Now, if you
You're
owned,
close.
if you owned a team, would you go Jerry Jones? Would you make yourself GM?
Yes.
Knew it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Who am I going to listen to? I mean, I had Baldy on my staff.
Yeah.
Right. Andy. I'd have good staff.
Would you have an analytics department?
Yes, I believe in analytics.
Okay.
It's not my religion.
Yeah.
I would put it where
Ivy League only grads.
I want football analytic people.
I'll apply.
I know a guy. In fact, I know a guy from NFL Films who I would hire. Who I love. Great. He knows. He watches. Anyway, what do you got on tap for the Phillies?
We're going to talk about the first round draft pick, Tyler Spangler. We're going to talk home run derby odds. We're going to talk Gage Wood. We're going to talk a whole bunch of
a
stuff.
late round pick.
No, well, I'm not going to be. I only know what I've read about Spangler. They have a real kink for shortstops with back issues, apparently.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
People in the chat thinking you're going to buy a certain jersey. The late round pick.
Old Titsworth.
Yeah.
The 11th round pick. Yeah. I like that guy.
Jules?
We're just talking baseball, Ant.
Yeah. Worst double.
First of all, you said two things that I hate, right?
Yeah. Drew Titsworth.
Well, right. You did the sex sports thing twice.
Kink?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. They got a bad back shortstop kink. What else would you call it?
Like, I would not call it a kink.
Kink in the back for sure. Gotta work it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a lot going on.
All right.
Supposed to be kind of Corey Seager. That's what he's going to turn into.
Yeah, they say he's Corey Seager size shortstop.
Yeah.
6'3", 200 pounds.
Now, I love a tall shortstop.
Yeah.
I love a tall shortstop.
High school kid that hasn't played in the
year. Who was my favorite player forever?
Ozzie Smith.
Speaking of tall shortstops.
Not Cal. You weren't a Cal.
No. Come on. I used to love him.
A-Rod.
No, I love A-Rod, but who else? Come on, Colorado Rockies.
Trevor Story.
Oh, Tulowitzki.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were a Tulo guy.
He was like 6'5".
Yeah. He had a monster like 4 or 5 year run.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 12 o'clock, Philly show. See you there.
All right, buddy. We'll look forward to it. We'll see you over there. There he is, our man, the bro. Let's talk about some of our friends, shall we? Talk about Dick's Sporting Goods. From the soccer tournaments down in South Philly that we just got done hosting, to baseball, winding down, soccer, all the fall sports about to gear up. Dick's Sporting Goods, your one-stop shop for everything you need. I mean, we're talking jerseys and fan gear to rep the squads, all the equipment. You know, baseball day, fall ball, gloves, cleats, bats, balls. How about all the football stuff is all there. Any sport that you're playing this summer or coming up in the fall, you can get it at Dick's Sporting Goods. Easy. Stop by your local Dick's Sporting Goods store anywhere around the area. Shop anytime at Dicks.com before the next big game, whether you're heading to the stadium or just back out with friends. Make your first stop, Dick's Sporting Goods, because all your summer sports and your fall sports start here. That's right. You know it's officially summer when Hoagie Fest comes back to Wawa. I got to ask you, what's your Wawa order? Mine, I'm going classic Italian. I love my Wawa hoagies. Hoagie Fest is back this year, bringing even more value to the table. Right now, you get a shorty hoagie, wrap, or chicken sandwich, plus a bag of Hers chips and a small fountain drink for $6. You're extra hungry? It's only $8 for a classic meal. Whether you're grabbing lunch between meetings, fueling up before a game, or making a quick stop on a summer road trip, it's an easy, delicious meal at a great price. I love it. We stop on the way to baseball. Hoagie Fest, fuel up after, between games. Big flavor, great value, same Hoagie Fest energy we all know and love. But it's only here for a limited time, so get it while you can. Hoagie Fest is back at Wawa. Gotta have Wawa. All right, welcome back. And All-Star festivities, everybody's here.
Dude, Boa, he managed the Futures game.
Yeah, he was on with us.
Nightingale Nightingale tweeted out that Boa called a staff meeting at 7 a.m.
What's wrong with that?
With futures game?
What's wrong
He
with that?
said, quote, "I'm here to win." He's intense, man. I don't know if I'd be that intense.
Well, you're not a sportsman, so you would not be that intense.
True, right. Yeah, right.
So
Keep forgetting.
I don't know why that is a shocker
Mm-hmm.
for the 7 a.m. staff meeting. You should.
For a
He's
future
right.
game?
Yeah, I want to win. He's right. Jules, how pumped up was he on Friday when he was on the show?
Oh, I get that.
He was into it.
Yeah, he was. Everybody else. I'm in Philly. I'm helping him out. I'm on the staff. I need to get up at 6:15 now. Go hang out with Larry for
Listen, I get you're a vampire, but in sports world, you got to get up. You know what time you got to be at the office? If you're a coach, you're in front office. If you're an NFL coach, you got to be at the facility every day, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, well, that's a coach. Yeah, that's a 16 games, 17 games. I mean, it's a futures game.
It's part of it. What else you got?
Lighten up, Larry.
You lighten up.
Oh, Larry's got lighten up.
You actually not lighten up. You get serious.
Ooh, did you see the video of the guy in the wood at Yellowstone?
No.
Dude. He got hurt. He's got a broken bone or two in his leg.
What happened?
He's out. There's a bison doing like a dust bath.
Somebody talked about the
Dude,
they felt bad for the bison.
You guys laugh at me when I was like, I don't mess with these like national parks and stuff because these animals. Do you have the video? This bison chases him around a tree like 4 or 5 times and finally gets a piece of him. Tosses dude up in the air like 10 feet high.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude.
At Yellowstone
Oh my God, this
National
poor
Park.
guy.
Yeah.
The dramatic
Look, the bison
video posted online by a professional
chasing him around a
photographer
tree.
shows a bison which can weigh more than 1,500 pounds.
Here we
charging
go.
After the
Why can't he go
65-year-old
in?
Here we go.
flipping him into the air.
Wow.
You see the man and his grandchild
Oh my
stop to take
God.
photos of the bison.
Just
Seconds
like a-
later, the
like a
massive
rag
mammal
doll.
then charges, chasing the family around trees before the man is thrown multiple feet into the air.
Wow,
seriously
man.
injuring
That was
him.
like he got hit by like Trotter
Another
Jr.
video shows the
Dude,
bison
that
running
bison
past.
is crazy. Do not mess. So they're saying if you see a bison, do not get closer than like 30 yards. And I hear they can't go left and right.
Well, why?
So you
Here's
can't
my.
go run straight. They'll catch you.
But here's the thing I didn't understand.
Got a zigzag.
Why didn't
like-
Pop
like
go
Philon.
go into the trees?
He did go through the tree, and the bison went through the tree. Dude, the bison was on the
How could the tree looked? It looked like it was tight. Like he got through the tree.
got through the tree, dude. Yeah, so this is why I don't mess with nature unless it's a beach.
Well, dude, I agree with you. One thing I agree with you of all today would be that
Bison. was
I'd
no
love to
joke.
see you get mauled by a bison. That would be awesome.
That's like fantasy, dude, because I'm not going out to Yellowstone.
I know.
I do. I have like 7 cans of bear spray on me. I'll be ready to go. I'll be like Rambo, just bear spray all over me.
You have bear
Holsters,
spray,
holsters.
right? Bison spray.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God, that would be awesome. That's a show I'd watch. Will VG make it 24 hours in the wilderness?
Ooh, I got a.
All right, save it. Let me just gotta take one quick thing and then hit it to me. First, the word from our friends. Let's talk about TrueMark, baby. That's right. Something that we really like is something that actually rewards the way you already spend your money. Exactly what you get with the everyday elite Visa credit card from TrueMark Credit Union. Yeah, baby. We're talking up to 4% cash back on eligible everyday purchases, including gas and food and you name it. And for a limited time, new cardholders also get a 0% introductory APR on purchases for the first 12 months, then 17.99% after that. More cash back, less catch. That's why we love TrueMark, man. They have all kinds of great offers like this. Apply today at TrueMark.com, or you can stop by any of TrueMark Credit Union's 24 branch locations. Rates based on credit worthiness, 4% cash back on eligible purchases. Bonus categories capped annually. Restrictions apply. Visit TrueMark.com for details. Insured by the NCUA. Let's talk Valley Forge, because as much as we talk about getting away, right, sometimes you want a respite, but not go away far. That's where Montgomery County, Pennsylvania is such a great getaway spot for us. A little bit of everything: history, shopping, entertainment, outdoor adventure, great food, all just outside the city. You spend a day exploring Valley Forge National Historical Park. Hit the shops at KOP. Check out live entertainment. Explore some of the amazing small towns and hidden gems throughout Montgomery County. And with America celebrating 250 years this summer, never been a better time to experience the history and the stories that helped shape this country. Whether it's a couple's road trip, family weekend, sports road trip, or just a chance to unplug for a few days, Montgomery County makes it easy to get away without going far. Plan your trip, book your stay, start your retreat today at valleyforge.org. That's valleyforge.org. All right, what do you got?
TMM235US. Really going back to that Bison video, said, guy having suspenders on made the video pop even more.
Pop had suspenders on. That looked like a cartoon. Like he went flying.
Dude, like tumbling.
Thank God he's all right. You said pop.
Broken leg, I think. Maybe some hips action going on.
I mean, you're going to take a fall at that age. That's a sin, man.
Yeah.
But he went flying. Thank God he's all right. He went flying.
He's as high as one of the trees, the top of one of the trees.
I mean, he was up in the air, man.
Oh, man.
That's a badass Bill, Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, if you got some free time today, Sarcones is joining up with Brand 47. If you buy a cannoli tomato pie or a cheesesteak, you get an exclusive 47 brand Sarcones mashup hat and T-shirt. Chase Utley's serving from 12 to 1. And Jimmy King's on the scene, said there's a line a block long an hour before the
in fact, our Sarcone friends are going to come in later this week.
Nice.
So they're gonna talk about the whole thing.
Cool. I got some video out of Russia.
Oh yeah,
Michkov. Yeah.
What do we got?
What do you think he's doing on his time off? At the beach, driving a fast car, partying.
Nah, he's working, man.
You think he's working?
I think he's working. He's on the ice.
You don't think he's at a tiki bar in southern Russia?
Oh no. Oh no.
He's hanging out with some friends. He's hanging out with a bunch of Russian players.
There you go, Matt.
Working out with Dmitry Yashenkin.
I like it.
Yeah. Him and the boys putting the work in.
I like it, Matt May. I knew he's putting the work in. Michkov, baby. He's going to come back ripped.
Yeah,
Ready to go.
I hope so. Wemby met Mbappe. You see this?
No.
They met up at a gathering, and there's a bit of a difference in height. I didn't realize how tiny Mbappe was.
Oh my God!
Like a miniature man next to Wemby.
Well, Wemby. I mean, that's unbelievable.
I know,
How big is Mbappe?
I don't know. He looks like he's 3'6".
I thought Mbappe was like a 6'2" guy, but like
he's 5'10". Wow, he's 5'10".
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's pretty impressive.
That is impressive. All right, that's going to do it for us, everybody. Oh, Cousins corner kicks. Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right. What do we got?
We have the semifinals bracket, obviously France and Spain. So France is
at the Sun.
This is the mini soccer balls.
Right.
Okay.
Every ball that's been used in the World Cup, I would imagine.
Yep. And then Spain is these.
I still like the shades, I think.
I'm going with Spain.
Yeah, go with Spain there. I got to pick up some nice shades.
Then we got Argentina and England. Argentina's the bucket golf.
Bucket set.
And then for England, the bocce. I'm still going with the bocce set.
I'm going bocce, too.
You guys going bocce?
Yeah.
I'm going to go bocce. Bucket golf.
Yeah.
I'm going bocce.
All right.
We'll go bocce set. I'm rooting England. I like to see England-Spain final.
Dick's got a lot of stuff like that's cool. That's not just traditional sports stuff too.
It looks like good quality stuff too.
Yeah, you like that backyard,
Yeah, I like a little stuff to do in the backyard, other than football drills. Yeah,
we start this week, baby. Well, we got some drills this week.
Who's we? We start this week.
Moscow starts football training.
Yeah.
We actually got a baseball session on Thursday, but after that, it's mostly football.
Just lock it in.
Lock in. All right, Jules Rules. Tomorrow, A-Rod on the show at 10:30.
Oh, nice.
Looking forward to that. And we'll have some fun. Everybody have a great day. We love you. We'll see you in the morning.
We all silly like the mayor.